And I believe we are live.
Hey, yo. Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I want to know, can y'all actually hear me? Do you have the comments up?
Let's see. Yeah, I hear the volume. Awesome.
Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath once again. We do this every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We go live for the Friday night feast. We'll cook up an entree, maybe a couple of snacks, show y'all how to do it. Then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends. We hope y'all can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you all over for dinner. Tonight's recipe, I don't even know why we decided on doing it. We just come up with...
It's Lent.
I didn't even think about that. But it is Fish Friday.
It is. Technically, it is.
So we're doing tuna melts on chaffles.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Along with that, we're going to have some air fryer sweet potato fries. And I already have a batch in the air fryer. And then I'll have our prerequisite, mandatory cream cheese stuffed jalapenos.
Right. But I want to know, who has had a tuna melt? Who likes tuna melts? I was thinking...
Patty. Did I mess up and say patty melt?
I don't know. You might have. Did he say patty melt, y'all? I was thinking back. I don't think I've ever actually had a tuna melt. Not that I recall. I do like a tuna salad. Mm-hmm. And here's a little known fact. Back in college, when I was first starting college, because it was cheap and easy, because, you know, college food is expensive to go to the cafeteria. So I would go to the store and I would get the cans of tuna. I'd bring this and a little package of saltines. And I would just find a quiet place on campus, and I wouldn't even add mayo or nothing. I would just the tuna directly on a saltine, and that was my lunch every day.
That's budget conscious.
Through college, to the point that, you know, after you do that for a couple of years, I never wanted tuna again. So I didn't eat tuna for a long time because I overdosed in college. Wow. But yes, it was cheap. That was back then, you know, that was less than $1 for a meal. Yeah,
but the one you got was the cheap, whatever's on sale. We probably had all the wonky.
No, it was just the plain tuna. Oh, okay. Just the tuna and water. Okay. And you know what I noticed back then too? Of course, I wasn't keto, but my hair and nails were growing like
But you put two and two together?
No, well, I was like, oh, it must be because I'm eating so much protein because so much, you know, it's a 5-ounce can. But I was like, well, I guess because I'm having that every day as my lunch, that's a good source of protein. But then I just overdid it because that's what I do. But yeah, so I never had a tuna melt before. So I'm excited to try this tonight. The one you had the other day looked really good.
It was. I was fasting, to eat, but it was really good.
But we do have a couple of announcements.
Oh, yeah.
So first, channel members, be on the lookout. By the end of Sunday, I should be sending out the invites and the link to the video. You have to follow the link to the video in order to watch it, because it's not going to just show up on YouTube. You have to follow the link.
I do have a question, though. How is the picture and the sound?
Everybody's saying it's great.
Fantastic.
And so, yes, we will be, so be on the lookout for that, channel members. That will be coming by the end of day Sunday. And then the following Saturday should be our cook along. And I think that's the 24th. Yes. Don't quote me. Yes, whatever next Saturday is.
It is. Okay. I've been dealing with the calendar all day today. Scheduling jobs.
So, yes, it is the 24th. Will be our monthly cook along. I'm excited about this. I'm not going to give any tips yet, but I think at least 2 people will like it. Heath is so lost. I bet you don't even know.
I don't remember what we said.
Oh, wow.
I can't tell them, though. But
no. So that's announcement number 1. And then announcement number 2, y'all know Keto Simple, Dustin.
Oh, yes.
Tomorrow, there's going to be 2 lives with Dustin on Keto Simple tomorrow, and maybe if our awesome moderator is able to grab those links, because he already has them on his website, or his YouTube channel, rather.
Can you send it to? Did he send it to you? He sent it to me.
Well, that's to the StreamYard.
Okay.
I'm saying to get it from YouTube.
Oh, I see.
But anyways, I'll be going in the morning. This is what's messed up. We did not obviously work this out very well. So I'll be going in the morning at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central. Y'all, please, some of y'all, please show up, because it's going to be rough for me to get up that early and
I'll
be
have your
live.
coffee ready for you.
Yeah, but I usually don't like having coffee in first thing. But it's still hard to be camera ready that early in the morning. Ugh. And so, yes, tomorrow morning is I'm going to be with Dustin in the morning. 8 a.m. Central. And then Heath will be going live with Dustin Keto Simple tomorrow evening at 6:30 Central, right?
Yes.
So both of us tomorrow on Keto Simple, 8 a.m. live with me, 6:30 p.m. live with Heath. So I hope to see some of y'all there and ready to ask questions. So do you have anything else?
No, I thought you said there's one more.
I said 2.
Okay, I thought you said 3 for some reason.
Well, I don't know what the 3 would be.
I don't know. That's why I'm confused.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and we're going to first get started so this tuna can start coming and marinating. So what we have in our bowl here already is we've got a diced onion, some diced homemade pickles.
Can they even see it though?
Yeah. And some diced jalapeno that's already in here. And then
the jalapeno is what the innards from this one that we stuffed.
Yes. And then what Heath is going to do is empty the tuna. I've already drained the tunas, and he's going to empty that in here and then start making the tuna salad. Let me know, what do y'all put in your tuna salad? I know usually boiled egg is common, but we didn't want to use one of Heath's boiled eggs. And I didn't want to boil one just for this. So he's going to get all of that out. And then what we're going to season it with is some seafood seasoning. This is our homemade seafood seasoning, which is available if y'all want to donate for some seafood. And then also some fresh cracked pepper. And then we're going to put some of this stone ground mustard.
Here, it's stuck. You play with that.
And some homemade avocado mayo. That's just, I say avocado because we're using the avocado oil. All right. Yeah, you'll probably have to do that because I was pretty good at draining them. All right. And I see Shauna was here earlier. She said, hello. I'm so ready for tonight. Me too, Shauna. We've actually been sitting here a good 30 minutes going, oh, come on, like we were at Mervin's. Open. We were like, live. And then I see Carrie was jamming to the Gouda food in the trailer. Awesome, Carrie. And he's at 747 days of no coffee or caffeine. Way to go. That's awesome. I definitely had some coffee. I had a couple cups today, actually. All right. There you go. Oh, yeah. And I see another big piece. There we go. So that's 5 ounces of the tuna. Each can was 5 ounces. And then Heath will start mixing this up. Now just wait, because we might need to add more.
Well, here. Lean it on that lid for right now.
Oh, okay. All right. So he'll start stirring that up. And I'm just going to add a good squirt of mustard. And then I'm just going to put about a tablespoon of this seafood seasoning. I love this stuff, y'all. And then I'm going to do some fresh cracked pepper. And then this way, these flavors can marry while we work on everything else. I love the smell of fresh cracked pepper.
Yes.
It is like the best. I've been using it all week long on everything. All right. And he'll mix that all together for us. Oh, Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda. She says, up, up, and away. Hi. Hello. And El Strange, she says, this recipe looks amazing. I want some.
Thank you.
I'm still working, hoping to only show up a little late. Well, good. Yeah, get your time off. We actually were so slow at work that we got to go home early. I got to clock out an hour and a half early today, paid. 22 Cat, hey, said, hello, Shelly Heath and all of the wonderful horde. Hoping the streamy goes okay tonight. It is nice and clear.
I hope it goes better than okay.
Too. Right? And then Sharon's here. Hey, Sharon, welcome back. She said, hello, all. I made it tonight. You sure did.
I think that's good.
Okay, let's take a look.
But I had a plate. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I think that looks really good. So we'll show everybody.
We'll run these over to the recycle bin.
Well, you said you were going to use one
I got one of them right there.
Oh, yeah, you do. And we're going to make chaffles tonight for the bread. Oh, yeah, I think that looks real good. What do you think?
It's amazing.
Amazing. Get all little bits. The only thing, so I got this tuna at Aldi, y'all. Oh, okay. Perfecto. And it was only 85 cents a can, but it's like you know how sometimes when you buy the albacore tuna, it's like nice big chunks. This was like very processed, like the whatever the remnants were of the tuna after they divvied it up. Oh yeah, this, and then we put these away.
This can all go right here.
All right. Oh, barely begun. Hey, Coda. And he said, I'm looking forward to hearing the evils of ketchup. Finally, someone who is on the same page with me. It might be a little different than what you're imagining, Coda. And I can tell you right now, you're not going to be a fan. So it'll give you even more reasons to dislike ketchup. Efrain Ani said, hello, everyone. Wow, it's clear and I can hear.
Where is that bottle?
Huh?
The bottle, the evil.
I don't know where your evil is. I took the ketchup remnants out already, that container. I'm so glad. I hope you're feeling good tonight too, Shauna. Barely Begun said, what a wonderful crisp picture and good sound. I am so happy, y'all. I am so happy. We rebooted both the phone and the laptop about 30 minutes before.
We're not going to make a batch. I just want to show them.
Oh, okay. So, yes, I am super excited about that. And Kendra's here. Hey, Kendra. She said, heard. All right. Carrie said, oh, there's our jalapeno papas. Carrie said the video is going backwards and not starting. What does that mean?
Just turn around and watch the other way.
Scrub Tech Carnivore, hey, said happy Friday, Horde. How are you, Michelle? Mama Bear Lynette said good evening, everyone. I'm super exhausted tonight. Oh, I'm going to try and make it to 7:15. I'm in the middle of cooking dinner and looking forward to seeing this recipe. Well, when you get time, Lynette, you'll have to let us know what you're making for dinner, as I know it's scrumptious.
Y'all, she's an amazing cook.
Yeah, she is like, it's like going to an actual restaurant the way she cooks. It's so good. And if y'all aren't, make sure you join our Facebook group, which is linked in the description, because that's where everybody shares what they cook. And there's some amazing, well, they're all amazing dishes. Like everybody's food always looks so good, and you come up with some great ideas. So if you're ever like, I don't know what to cook, I'm telling you, join our Facebook group. And when you see people, like oftentimes I'll see something and I'm like, okay, that's what I'm going to make. Like, that's how I decide, okay, that's what I'm making tomorrow, or that's what I'm going to have for lunch. Because I see someone and they inspire me with their food. And I'm like, now I have to have that. And then Kendra says, love tuna melts. Oh, good. And Shauna said, oh my God, you guys, help my mom break in her new air fryer. And well, I filled her apartment up with smoke and set off her alarm. Laugh out loud. Her filaments are on the bottom. Mine are on the top. Oh, goodness. And then Mom Bear Lynette said, I love tuna melts, but it's been a long time since I've had one. Wow, that's great. 22Q Cat said she's never had one. She's a virgin.
That's
Well,
awesome.
us too. Well, I am too, Lynn. I am too.
I'm a dabbler.
Yeah. Everybody talking back and forth. That's so awesome. Oh, Sharon says she loves tuna mixed with finely sliced green onions. Ooh, yeah. And mayo. Smart. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That would be good with some green onions. Rocky Mountain Girl, hey, says, hey, y'all. Welcome back. And Carrie said, you have to watch out since it's plain tuna. It will fly, right?
Just hang on tight.
Yeah, you got to hang on to it. And Radical Geek is here. Hey, Maitreya. She said, hello. How are you doing? Oh, Carrie said, it's now working. He had to restart the computer. I mean, that's usually what you have to do. Radical Geek says, puts ketchup on eggs while staring at Coda. Just kidding.
Do we need a measuring scoop for the cheese?
Yeah, I just start adding. Yeah. Do you want to start making the
truffle?
Yeah. Do you want to, or wait a few minutes? You want to wait a little bit? That's fine.
That's fine. Well, you go ahead and get this start getting hot.
Who else puts ketchup on their eggs?
Not intentionally.
I have to say, I'm not a huge ketchup fan. I've never been a huge. You just reset that. So guess what you get to do, Heath? I've never been a huge ketchup person. I always found it too sweet. Yeah, that's good. I've always found it too sweet. So usually if I had like French fries or anything that traditionally would use ketchup, I typically would have some other sauce with it. Or I would do like a aioli was usually my preference.
I think we'll let this heat up and then we'll slide it over so we can actually show it on camera a little better.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what I typically did was, it would only be one of them on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I typically did. I would be a fan of that. To me, ketchup ain't my favorite thing. But this evil ketchup is pretty good. And Sean is here. Hey, Sean said, hello, everyone. How are you doing? Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, Shauna. You're awesome. Radical Geek said, perfect. The cats go to the vet at 1 Eastern, so right in between. Well, how is the new kitty doing? I need updates. Are the cats getting along together?
Is Dustin even in here yet?
Have we seen him? I have not seen him yet.
Bring that beard.
22Q Cat said, I'll be there, Shelly. Oh, good. Already had it on my count.
I wonder if I'm going to be able to pop in at the very beginning.
I don't know.
I go in at 8:30, but I have my alarm set for 8:20, and that's when I get to walk back to the office to start actually logging into everything.
Okay,
if they're going on at 8, maybe I can
hop in and flirt with me on the chat. Be like, ooh, woohoo! Didn't know about Heat though. Awesome, both of you.
Well, what it is, I was trying to talk him into doing both of us at the same time, and he said that our stories are too extraordinary to be shared. So he's like, well, why don't I just do you Saturday nights? And I was like, oh, okay.
He's going to do you on Saturday night?
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not after dark yet.
Kendra said chopped egg and mayo.
Yes.
Yeah, I do like a chopped egg or boiled egg in a tuna or chicken salad.
Yes.
But I like it spicy. Like whenever I made chicken salad, I prefer it to have a little kick to it. Shauna said tuna mayo, dehydrated onion for crunch, sometimes relish. Oh, I didn't think about the dehydrated mayo. That sounds good. I mean, not mayo, onion. Radical Geek said, I like simpler tuna salads. So just tuna, salt, pepper, celery seed, a little diced onion, diced kosher dill pickle. Well, yeah.
You know what? We almost make it the same way we make a deviled egg.
Right? And mayo, she said. Right? Wow. Yeah, all of that sounds perfect to me. I mean, that's very close to the only thing. Well, instead of the salt, pepper, and celery seed, we're doing our seafood seasoning. And then we're adding a little bit of the spicy jalapeno.
Was it yesterday when you told me you realized today was Lent and here we are having a meatless?
Yeah, I was
and that was totally by accident.
Well, it was only because every Wednesday we have our team meeting, and the director of our department had the ash on his forehead and reminded us it was Ash Wednesday as well as Valentine's. And I was like, oh, wow, I totally forgot. And then he was talking about Lent, and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's going to think we're Catholic because we're doing tuna. Now, though, I kind of want to do seafood every Friday.
Okay. For the whole month?
I mean, yeah.
What are we going to do next week?
Or 46 days. Isn't it 46? I don't know. Mom Bear Lynette said, I like to brag that it has been 45 minutes since I've had any coffee. Way to go, Lynette. 45. Wow. Can you push it to 50?
That's awesome.
Gigi's here. Hey, Gigi. She said, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Look how much shorter my hair is, y'all, from last week. Look at that.
I lost half my wife.
Half your wife? It's so much shorter now.
You like it?
I do like it. It's a lot
more manageable.
Well, I wouldn't say my hair was unmanaged. It's a lot lighter.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just a lot lighter. It's not pulling on my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like the other was just getting so heavy that it was like almost giving me a little tension headache because it was like constantly pulling on my head. So now I don't feel like I have a mop. And I have gone now almost a week without getting it caught in my armpits, which I think is a win.
Nice.
Tweety Q Cat likes tuna, mayo, celery. Oh, yeah, celery is good. We
didn't put any of that in there.
We don't have any. Pickle relish.
We have celery seed.
Well, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Salt and sometimes shredded cheddar cheese and
Oh.
chopped avocado.
See, we were thinking about doing that earlier.
Yum. That does sound
cheese
good.
on it. Well, I mean, the chaffle is the cheese, and then we're putting a slice of cheese on it for the melt.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That does sound good.
I love the mayo. Carrie said, I still have a small amount of caffeine, Shelly, since I do cacao powder and some dark chocolate. It's not a lot. Well, there you go. That's awesome. Marie is here. Hey, Marie. She says, my hubs likes sad tuna melt. Well, what's a sad tuna melt?
What is that?
Tweety Hugh Cat said, oh, and hard-boiled eggs in the tuna. Yes, that really is what's missing. Melissa said, sorry, I'd have to watch, but that's 6 a.m. here on a Saturday. Yeah, I don't blame you, Melissa. Look, 8 a.m. is early for me on a Saturday.
He normally goes live every Sunday morning. I tune in partway Sundays because I'm up anyways with the dogs. So
I'm never up. Never. Usually Sunday is my day to really sleep in. And so I aim for 11 a.m., not to wake up before 11. Melissa said, I haven't had a tuna melt in forever.
Us either.
I have a ton of tuna at home. I should definitely make this. Yeah, there you go. Or what was the other tuna? Remember, what was it? I made a tuna dish last year to help Lisa.
The only thing that we done with it, like to cook it, was a croquette, I thought.
No, remember, what was the recipe I did last year?
I honestly don't remember.
Oh, goodness. Somebody help me out here. Lisa, I know I had it. I made it for you in mind, the tuna. So let me know what it was.
The stuffed peppers.
No, it was with tuna to help her use it up. I'm trying to remember. Shauna said, I like the light tuna better than the albacore white because it feels too dry for me.
Oh.
Well, and that's true. See, the albacore, the albacore doesn't really, it's so chunky. There's not a lot of liquid in it. Like the one I got today, I think it is a light white. And yeah, there was a lot of liquid but it was such tiny little slivers. Yeah, chunk light.
White or chunk Chunk light tuna.
Yeah. Patty is here. Hey, Patty. She said, hello, everyone.
And it's northern catch.
Ooh. Shauna said, yes, feeling much better. Side note, that staff member is mad at me for having 2 asthma attacks. Apparently, I offended her. What the F? Are you talking about the VR? Or is this another one? That's ridiculous. Patty's never had a tuna melt either. Well, I'm so glad that there's others here that haven't had it yet. Oh, tuna pot pie.
That's what it was.
Thank you, Shauna.
Thank you.
Yes, the tuna pot pie. Oh, and I see also Lynette told us that. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
There's another great recipe
Yeah,
to do with your canned tuna.
Because didn't we also do one with chicken?
Yeah.
The canned chicken.
Yeah. So the pot pie with the tuna is a great way to use up those cans of tuna. Are you going to start making the chaffle?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just looking where to bust my egg.
Bust a move. Carrie said, I'm trying to apply for work and it's a pain. It looks like I'll never get any disability from VA, so I have to move forward to and try to keep going. Yeah, I always figure when it comes to money or benefits, like kind of plan on not getting it. And then if you do, it's a pleasant surprise, right? HQ Cat said, I hear you about Aldi tuna. The blue can looks too much like cat food.
I know.
So I can't eat it. Laugh aloud. The red cans are albacore. I think it's more than double the price, but worth it. Yeah, they were higher, but see, I'm trying to be very budget conscious.
This bothers me. I need to wash my hands. Y'all know I hate getting my hands dirty or sticky like this.
But yes, I get that. But it was 85 cents a can. I'm just trying to be
budget conscious.
Really budget. And I know that to me, the albacore does taste better, but we're going to see how this works today. So this is for the chaffle. So I am going to add, here is red mint lemon pepper. I thought that would be good to put in the chaffle. And this stuff is amazing, y'all, by Redmond's. So if you want to get you some, we are affiliates, and we would appreciate it whenever you do buy your Redmond's. If you do use our link, it definitely helps our channel. So I'm just going to put some of this in here. Be generous. You want to taste it in the chaffle, right?
You want to leave it on, or you want to put it away?
Yeah, you can put it away. And it's just Jason, Keto, and more. Hey, Jason.
Yeah, we're embracing our inner Jason tonight, making a chaffle.
I know.
He's the chaffle king.
He is.
Dude, he makes so many of them look amazing.
They do. And I like that he is not afraid to try every possible chaffle combination you could think of. And flavor and everything. But sweet, savory, all of it.
Speaking of, Jason, have you tried my chaffle fries yet?
Oh, yeah, those are good.
I rewatched that video the other day, y'all. I was so embarrassed. That was if y'all don't know, that's the very first video I ever put out. I feel like, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I've gotten a lot better since then.
And I had to force him to do that one, too.
That's why she forced me to go keto.
Uh-huh. As you can see, Heath has to be forced to do things.
I am fully domesticated.
And so I'm just adding the cheese. We'll wait.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said you did the other way now.
All right. And I'm just mixing this cheese in here for the chaffle. We did 3 eggs. And then, yeah, here, I could do this.
We'll put it right here.
Well, I thought you were going to move it just a little bit closer.
We'll set that on there and I can do that.
All right.
Or pick it up and I'll bring it here. You like that?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm running out of room. It's hanging up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there's better. More better.
Okay, and let me just read a couple more comments. Shauna said, I like to get my tuna in pouches better than cans. I have seen the pouches. I've never tried it in a pouch. So you think the flavor is better? Or what makes it better in a pouch?
For so long?
No, those are salmon that I got discounted.
Oh, they are, aren't they? Duh.
I got them real cheap. I think they were like buy one, get one free or something at Sprouts.
Caught, yeah.
Carrie said, been a while since I've had a tuna melt. Us too. I'm excited though. Well, I've never had one. Sharon says, on my phone, getting ready to hop on the dread meal. Wow. Shauna said, I like ketchup on my scrambled eggs sometimes. Well, there you go. Rickwood's here. Hey, Rickwood.
Well, we love you anyways.
She has finally got everything done in the kitchen and ready to sit down and enjoy the Friday night feast. Yay. And Shauna said, yep, she does ketchup on eggs. Well, will it squirt?
It did a minute ago.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Are you going to spray it for me?
It did a minute ago.
Rickwood said, I grew up putting ketchup on my eggs. That and Texas Pete hot sauce. That was my father's favorite. Ooh, I do like hot sauce on eggs. Okay, now how I like to do this, and I think Jason does this the same way, is I just start by putting a little layer of cheese down.
And we didn't measure this cheese at all, did we? We just took what we had left over and just did it.
Yeah.
Because I shredded this a couple of days ago just to take a gander at it. And if we ended up having enough, so we just let it ride.
And then I'm just trying to get these even, y'all.
We use more eggs than I think Jason usually does.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I think he did the typical recipe where it's just one egg.
Oh.
We ended up doing 3.
Well,
because when I made mine the other night, they were a little thin looking.
I felt like it was thin.
She's like, I want my chaffle to be able to have a little more girth to it. Yeah. She likes it girthy.
I do. All right. I'm going to spread this out so I can see where my little holes are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I can add the rest, portion it out, right?
And then for the melt portion, when I did mine, I did it in the air fryer. But I think tonight, just for ease, we're going to do it under the broiler.
Yeah, because we were saying we think since there's 2 of us, it'd be easier.
Because I only did half this for mine.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, look, it's really coming along.
Yeah.
All right. It's really filling this one up today. I'm just going to put some in the middle here and let it just kind of even it out.
Is this the one where on the spatula you have right there? Does that the one where it comes apart?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's really easy to clean, y'all.
All right, let me just wipe this off here. Because I don't like wasting even a little bit. I'm not like Food Network where half of it's still in the bowl.
Right?
That always ticked me off. I was like, no, you left half of it.
Teaching bad habits.
Okay.
So I call that when they're teaching us what not to do.
And then I'm going to take just a little more cheese. And this is just plain mozzarella, y'all. Nothing fancy. Okay. And then we're just going to close it up. And there you go. And then we'll check on it in a few minutes.
I'm probably going to finish this tomorrow with my lunch. Just dust it over the top.
Yeah. Why not? And then Shauna said, I've been switching to sour cream instead. Oh, yeah. Sour cream to me makes eggs, especially scrambled eggs, just so creamy. And I do love creamy eggs. Sharon says she does like ketchup on eggs, but now my go-to is moist clown tears.
Yes. Thank you.
I love that.
Thank
you, Sharon. That sounds amazing. Patty said, not a ketchup on eggs fan. Chris loves it, but he likes ketchup on everything. And I feel like that's the thing. If you like ketchup on eggs, you probably generally like to have ketchup on most things.
I'm trying to think. The only time I really look forward to ketchup is when I'm having French fries.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because my favorite, though, was like when we used to go to Whataburger all the time. We get their spicy ketchup.
Oh, yeah. I think I've just always I've always been a mustard person before any other condiment. So like mustard in French fries or mustard on burgers. That's why I liked Whataburger, because the default Whataburger, for you, those of y'all who have never been to Whataburger, the default for Whataburger is mustard on their burgers.
And another pro tip for those y'all that do eat there, they do not have mayonnaise. Because I used to work there. They only have salad dressing. It comes in a giant bag. You cut it and spray it down into the little hopper.
Wow.
But it's labeled as salad dressing. They don't actually have mayo. The ticket and the thing when they enter it in says mayo because it's quicker and easier to type in, but it's not what they use.
Yeah. So heads up. But yeah, I've always been a mustard person.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would just eat fries and everything else with mustard. Maybe that's the French in me because I love a good mustard.
I do like mixing the mayo and ketchup together though.
Yeah.
That's
what my mother did. She always made her own
Big Mac sauce? Or,
no, not tartar sauce. What was the other?
Cocktail sauce?
Cocktail. I don't know. But basically it was mayo, ketchup, and dill relish. Mm-hmm. And she'd mix that
That's
anytime.
Like a Thousand Island kind of like.
Yeah, but anytime we had like catfish or whatever, that was what we had. Yeah. Or if she wanted to make a dressing, that was her go-to.
Ooh, you check that.
That's only been a minute.
I know. But
Shauna said, I've also made a mix of ketchup and wash your sister's sauce. Mm-hmm. That sounds good too. I think our homemade ketchup has Worcestershire sauce, right?
Yes.
A little bit.
I call it, what's this here sauce?
Melissa said, I've always liked salsa on eggs.
Yes, me too.
Ketchup was good if they were served with fried potatoes, and the ketchup had to be cold, but there's no point for ketchup now, right? Otherwise, you have to get the sugar-free ketchup. Shauna said, yeah, none of my recipes include chopped egg. Oh, I'm 100% sure with that, Shauna. Barely Begun said he likes tuna salad with egg salad and chicken salad shall not be mixed. Why am I in this group of food heathens? Wait, tuna salad, egg salad, and chicken salad shall not be mixed. So, some restaurants will do a trio salad where you get a scoop of each of those on a plate.
That's what we're doing next week.
I've actually ordered that before. Because they would have like a bed of lettuce and tomatoes, like your usual house salad. And then they would give a scoop of tuna, a scoop of chicken, and a scoop of egg.
Oh, wow.
I'm not the only one, right?
I've never ordered that before.
Well, how many times have we gone to a restaurant? You're like, ooh, I want a salad as my entree.
Once. No.
Yeah.
No, we used to go to the Mexican restaurants. I get the big one with the edible shell.
Edible
bowl. I used to love those.
Rickwin said no tuna. Ate too much of this stuff when I was too poor to eat anything else.
That's the way I am with beans and rice.
Right. Sharon said, but you're the bestest when someone is in need while peeling those little stink bombs, right? To Shauna. Mom Bear Lynette said, I just posted a photo of tonight's dinner on the Facebook page. Oh, we'll have to look later. I'm sure it's delish. Radical Geek said, cats aren't introduced yet. Ishika needs vaccines first. Oh, Monday we will put a baby gate on my office door to let them start seeing each other. They do smell each other. Bayless acting super jealous.
Aww.
Oh my. It's so interesting with cats, right? Because I always tried to keep them separated and everything. But whenever I got Princess, the white cat we used to have, so I was separating her, keeping her in our hall bathroom. It's a pretty big bathroom. And then plus I'd have the litter box in there because I used to have one in there. But she was just like Princess. As soon as she came home, she was
in my house.
Yeah, she was very much like I've already been here. Even though she was already, I think, 10 when I adopted her, 8 or 10, something like that. So she'd already lived a good portion of her life somewhere else. But when she came here, she was just like, nah, this is my home. And she, like, as soon as that she could, like the same day, she ran out of that bathroom and just came in here and laid on the couch like she'd always lived here. It was just so odd to me. I've never seen that before, even with dogs, like when I fostered dogs and different things, never seen that. But Princess, yeah, like she just, and my other cat at the time was just kind of like, oh, okay. And like she kind of sniffed her and all, but Princess was just like, nah, like, you're my sister. This is our home. I'm here now. you better accept it. And
She's used to it.
right, because she
It's
really
like straight
was.
from a sitcom.
Ooh, what do you think?
Spatulator.
So yeah, she just the strangest thing to me. I never seen that before, and she just ever since then she was always at home, never had problems, never had scuffle. I mean, her and the other cats sometimes, you know how cats are. Of
Had
course,
disagreements.
yeah,
Here,
of course
we'll
they
work
would.
together. Well, see if I can get in here.
Yeah, I think this one. Ooh,
See, yeah. You
Yeah.
shoot the whole thing and flip it. That's what I like to do.
okay. Ooh,
Teamwork makes the
Ooh.
dream work.
looking good, looking good.
Did it line back up though? Because I don't want to crush it.
I think so.
Tearing it, woman.
Woman.
What's cool about this one, y'all? This is also a dash. I know most of y'all have the little single serve. Ours is the quad, and then on the side here, it has a little runoff tray, and so it collects for you. I think it's pretty
know.
cool.
Shauna said, yes, if I don't have to touch a hard-boiled egg, I will feed my friends brisket. That is so nice. And then Shauna said, I may or may not have coffee in the pot. I'm guessing you do. I mean, is there ever a time when the pot doesn't have coffee? I guess when you're on vacation.
Tell them what you got today. Speaking of coffee, it's at Kroger.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anybody who has a Kroger right now, this week, Lavazza coffee.
You want to show them?
Yeah, if you want to.
Was it behind us?
Yeah. Well, I kind of pushed it towards the back, but Lavazza coffee is buy one, get one free at Kroger. So it's $10.79 a bag, but you're getting two for $10.79. And then go to your Kroger app, because I don't know if it's still on there, because every week when they post new coupons, I'm always just clicking anything I think I might use.
Bad glare though.
Yeah, there. That's good. Lavazza coffee, buy one, get one. So a couple weeks ago, they had a $3 off coupon. So of course I clicked it. So today I got both bags for $7.72 for two bags. No, total for two bags, because they were buy one, get one. Plus I got an extra $3 off. So y'all, if you have Kroger and you like Lavazza coffee, go get you some. Britta said hello. And Rocky Mountain Girl said definitely a win. Oh, good. And let's see.
This one.
Yeah, sure. Barely Begun said, I've been known to put Parmesan cheese in tuna salad. Ooh.
Do me a favor with that. Reach down
Okay.
and unplug that. Now pull this out.
There. Wow. Good. Parmesan cheese.
That does.
Yum. I like that. See, that's what I love about the Horde, because, we've all grown up different areas and we all have our own spin to things, and it gives you more options, more things to choose to do, right? And give it a little try.
Wouldn't set it. Just set it on there. Or actually, you know what? Yeah. That'll work. Or just put the whole thing. Yeah.
And then you're going to cut them.
Yeah.
And then what about these little crispy bits?
It's on your plate and eat them. I'll go get everything else together.
Oh, look, I was just getting it out. Ooh, that's hot. Nah. It's like a game, y'all. I feel like it's like Hubert. Oh,
Okay.
nice.
I'm gonna grab some gloves and grab this and get it out of the way, and then I'll bring the other guy over here so we can build it.
I didn't know we had a guy over there.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Fun. Carrie said you could just relish the tuna melt, right? 22Q Cat said, you must be special, Shelly, because I never make it to Dustin's early morning interviews. Wow. Well, thank you, 22Q Cat. I'm so glad that you're excited for us to show up that early. Wow. Sharon said the pot pies is what you made. Thank you, Sharon. And Mary T is here. Hey, Mary T. She goes, hi, everyone. I'm late. I was busy making taco bowls and keto banana pudding. Love tuna melts. I make them often just with tuna salad and cheese melted on top. Ooh.
Here.
What is the
Hang on in the
keto?
bathroom.
What is the keto banana pudding? Are you using like the Ketochow banana? Like, how are you doing that? I used to love a good banana pudding. Okay. And I'm probably not supposed to cut this on this stoneware, but Lynette is probably cringing right now because she's probably like, why are you doing that? Okay. Okay. Ooh. There we go. And then let's see, which is the biggest here. I'm trying to get the bottoms. That's the biggest. Make these two. And these will be our toppers. So whenever Heath returns, then we can build these. Oh, and there's Lynette said tuna pot pie. And then Shauna linked to it. Thank you for that. Marie said, laughing at the standard American diet, right? Oh, Shauna said, no, not the VR. Oh, who is it? Scrub Tech Carnivore said, I'm also a tuna melt fan. Oh, nice. How fun. Rickwood said, Shelly, I think you'll like the albacore better than what you have. I mean, I do. If I was to do tuna, excuse me, I have always bought albacore tuna. Sorry. This little guy got in my throat. That's what I've always traditionally bought was albacore, but I'm just being budget conscious. I didn't want to spend over $1 per can because we had to basically buy 3 cans. So I was just being really cheap this week. But yeah, that's usually what I've got ever since they started allowing albacore tuna. Because I remember growing up for a long time, it's just you just had tuna, right? And then when they started coming out with albacore tuna, my mom was like, oh, there's albacore tuna. There's nothing better than albacore tuna. And then I need, I guess I can use spoon. Right? You want to put these two on the plate? That'll be our topper.
Well, I want to put these under the broiler as well so they'll be warm.
Oh, okay. Well, I just didn't want them to get burned.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I was wondering though.
Mm-hmm.
To keep the fries warm, I just threw them in the microwave just to hold them warm.
Uh-huh.
So we put them on another tray on the bottom.
I mean, I guess, sure.
Will that burn them? That's what I was wondering.
Well, I think if you put it directly under this one, it probably won't.
Okay. That's what I was planning. Just under.
Okay. And now we're just going to, you want to show them the cheese?
Yeah.
Tell them about the cheese that we're going to use. No, it's right. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah,
I know. We need to put it in a baggie too.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's popped and it'll
dry out.
Yeah.
This is that one I got him for
Christmas.
And
I've yet to open it.
I know.
I'm saving it for a special occasion, and y'all are a special occasion.
Oh, they are. Okay. How do y'all like your tuna melts? Do you like them loaded up, or do you like it like obscenely loaded, or do you like just a little bit? Because I'm gonna load these up.
We're done with this time, right?
Yeah. And then let's see here. Flawed and filterless. Hey, Renee said, hey, yo, happy Friday, Horde. Hello to all. I'm driving home, so listening only. Well, I'm glad you're finally on the way home. Does anybody else have Monday off? I want to know who's going to be joining me with a day off on Monday. Now, I know some of you are off all the time. But
why look at me when you say that?
But those of you that are still working, who has Monday off? because definitely I do. But I mean, even though it's nice to have the day off, but then I feel like come Tuesday, then we're like swamped, right? Because we basically got to do 2 days worth of work plus the weekend. You know, so no rest for the weary, right? Okay.
Real quick though.
Mm-hmm.
This is we're just going to set it on that when we get back.
Okay. Wow, that's really good. Okay. So now we got the cheese here that we're going to put under the broiler. Look at this cheese. You can see the onion and chive right in it.
That is so good too.
And then, let's see. Oop.
Have they seen all that? Good. Okay. Just making sure.
Right? All right. And then Heath is going to put this under the broiler for a couple minutes till the cheese is all melty good. I can't wait. Let's see. Oh, Linda's here. Hey, Linda, welcome back. Says, hi, y'all. How are you doing? Shauna said, my thing is, if my eggs are in the slightest bit overcooked, ketchup it is. Right, because it masks like an overcooked egg. Mary T said, I grew up on tuna melts for lunch. My mom made them all the time. Also, ketchup on scrambled eggs. Yes, I tend to use hot sauce more now, though. See, hot sauce is really good on eggs.
Watch your timer. We're about like 2 minutes, right?
Yeah. And then did you put the fries?
On the very bottom.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Not
yeah.
the very bottom, but on the bottom rack.
Right. Tuna melts for lunch. That sounds really good.
Let's cheer. Tell what we're going to have with it.
Oh, yeah. So you tell. Oh, so what it is, this is the evil ketchup. And what did you do to make it?
Just put a glob of ketchup in the bowl and then added a little bit of evil ooze. Seriously.
Which we are affiliates with HotLine, or
Yes.
we're partners, whatever it is.
There are not affiliate. Is it? What's the a sponsor? One of our sponsors.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, he sponsors us with more hot sauce.
Yeah. And y'all, that's what's awesome too. He actually lives right here in Spring too.
Yes. Keto Simple said, hey, everyone. Hey, Dustin, we've been talking about you. And I made sure everybody knows about tomorrow's double feature split with 8 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. So everybody said they marked their calendars, and Shauna already put links to it. So everybody can go over on the link and hit send notification. And Renee,
while you're there, make sure you subscribe to his channel too.
Yeah,
Him
definitely.
and his wife are like awesome together. I really
know they're so cute.
Yes.
Renee said, I'm listening and so many innuendos flying that I should comment on holes, girth, and more. We do it for you, Renee.
Bite your tongue, lady. Bite your tongue.
Well, wouldn't that be another innuendo?
That's my favorite.
Shauna said, nope. Mostly on scrambled eggs and meatloaf. Oh, that's true.
I like it on meatloaf.
I do like ketchup on a meatloaf. That is true.
I prefer barbecue sauce though.
Yeah, you do. I do.
Traditional.
Yeah, I'm a traditionalist when it comes to food. Like when we first got together, my favorite pizza was pepperoni pizza. To me, that's a traditional pizza.
That's all my dad ever wanted. Sounds like boring.
And then you liked, I think it was mostly barbecue chicken.
My favorite pizza of all time was thin crust from Domino's with chicken. The chicken fajita is what it used to be. Chicken, that's what it was. They called it back then. It was chicken fajita, pineapples, and jalapeno. I'm going to go put those up here in a second.
Oh, okay, because you might want to check on it now. It's been a couple minutes.
I'm going to put these in the...
Rickwood says, I like sriracha ketchup, best of all, or I will mix horseradish into it. When you mix horseradish, you almost got cocktail. But, a sriracha ketchup? Yum. Yum, yum. Marie said, I did ketchup or ketchup plus Miracle Whip as a kid.
See, I used to love Miracle Whip.
As an adult, those are just too sweet for me. I might include 1 tablespoon of sugar-free ketchup as an ingredient.
I think it needs a little longer.
Yeah, do a little longer. In a dipping sauce, but not by itself. Right. Mary T said ketchup and horseradish makes a good cocktail sauce for sure. That's how we do it. We do ketchup, horseradish, a little lime or lemon juice, salt and pepper, and I feel like there's something else we put in it for the cocktail. And we just mix that all together. Oh, I think a little what's this here sauce. Mix that all together. That's just like an amazing cocktail sauce. So like if we're going to go have seafood out, we always make our cocktail sauce and carry it in something like this.
Yeah. What I used to love too, my grandparents used to always stock it, and they caught me hooked on it, was the I just had it a minute ago, so say it. Everybody's talking about the mayo and everything. The sandwich spread.
Oh.
That stuff was amazing. I used to love that on when I was actually used it on sandwiches, because my grandparents always had the Roman meal wheat bread, and they would buy the thick slices of ham, the square packages of thick slices. I don't remember what the brand was, but it came in a square box or square plastic container, and it was thick sliced lunch meat ham. And I make sandwiches with that.
Wow.
We put lettuce, tomato, pickles, and onions on it, and the sandwich spread.
Wow. Sharon says, have a good homemade ketchup I make, and I use that. Also make cocktail sauce. Yummers. Yeah, it is so easy to do homemade ketchup. In fact, I'm in the works. I haven't done it yet, but I'm also going to make a fermented ketchup, y'all. And it's also equally as easy.
Well, I used to make my own ketchup in the Instant Pot, and then I would take that and use it to make barbecue sauce. But then she's like, why? When we have the Vitamix, you can do it all that. And I was like, wait, what? And then it's a pour? Oh, yeah. I don't use the Instant Pot anymore for that.
Q Cat said, yep, used to dip my french fries in ketchup plus mayo mixture. Yum. And Rickwood said, I also like horseradish on my steak. Ooh, yeah, yes, horseradish.
That's really good. I used to not like it pre-keto. I never liked it. Now I love it.
I've always loved horseradish. Like I never knew that you could overdose on horseradish. Like you can actually do that, because I used to like go somewhere and get tons of horseradish and just pile it on. I remember going to Steak and Ale, and that was my favorite part about getting a prime rib was all of the horseradish.
I used to never like a prime rib because I thought it wasn't cooked all the way. I didn't know any better.
Rocky Mountain Girl said horseradish is awesome. I agree. Keto Simple said he calls it wishing you're in the shore sauce. That seems a lot wordier.
Yeah.
Keto Simple said, hello, everyone. And if y'all don't get enough of Shelly and Heath tonight, I'll be having Shelly on my channel in the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern and Heath at 7:30 Eastern. Saturday double feature, right? And he said, I want a quad dash waffle maker. They're available. Yeah, you can get them off of Amazon.
And that's where we got it. Because actually, years ago.
Oh, go check on it.
It was pre-keto, wasn't it, when my mom got me the other one?
Yeah.
It finally just went out on us.
Shauna said, I made that heart-shaped chaffles on Valentine's. I know they look so cute. And Keto Simple said, we got Kroger, but we used Nespresso. I have Nespresso as well. But I like my pour-overs. I mean, I'm like, I think those look good.
Good.
I'm like Radical Geek.
This, or actually this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I got the other one.
I'm like Radical Geek. I have to have multiple ways to have coffee, right? There's not just one way. I've got my Nespresso machine in my office. I've got my Keurig, but I never use my Keurig. I've got my Chemex, thanks to the wonderful Renee.
Do we actually need plates? We just can eat off of this.
I could just eat off of this. Ooh, those look a little done, don't they?
Do.
Oh, this side's good.
Mm-hmm.
You want to put the lids on?
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you want to cut them or just pick?
I'm going to try to pick it up. What are you going to do?
Fine. I think I will use a plate just in case I drip.
What? You drip? Look at this. You know, if you want, you can even throw all the fries in.
That's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab tongs to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can get rid of the...
One fell. Oh, and our jalapenos.
Yeah, I'll fix it with you.
This evil ketchup is good. Carrie said Lavazza is good coffee. I would drink that when I was drinking coffee. Oh, well, thank you. I know that's what was used on the Royal Caribbean cruise. So if you have the low-carb cruise booked, and in case they change it between now and then, expect Lavazza coffee on that cruise.
That's just their house coffee, right?
It's their included coffee. You don't have to pay extra. Keto Simple said that Amazon Basics brand Nespresso pods. Oh, okay. Shauna said, no, I made KC baked potato bread chaffles. Ooh, yum. And Dustin said, if I had 2 quad dash waffle makers, I'd be chaffle making machine. Wow. Thank you. And Shauna said, they were just hearts, but they were so cute. And Patty said, I much prefer my 4 waffle maker over the single one, right? Because you can just get it done so much quicker.
Yes, that's why we did it.
Especially if there's 2 or more of you that you're making. So much easier that way. Dustin said, I have 2 single dash minis, so that speeds things up, right? That does help.
Then the only thing I wish we would have done is that they make one the same size as that one, and it is a quad. And they are round. I wish we would have done that because that makes it better for burgers because then it fits the patty.
Right.
We should have got that one.
Yeah.
But this still works.
Just Jason Keto and Moore said, if I brought home another dash waffle iron, it wouldn't be good. Thank you, babe.
You get in trouble with your warden?
Right? She'd be like, okay, you have a problem now, and we need to get you an intervention.
Well, what if one of us donated one to the channel?
Right? That's true.
Say, look, babe, I didn't buy it. It's not
right.
my fault.
It was sent to me. That's right.
Santa gave it to me.
Hey, Jason, do you have an Amazon wish list? I'm just saying, if you added it to your wish list, then it would just be like, hey, look.
Oh, that's so good.
Mary T said, just some banana extract in a vanilla pudding recipe. Ooh, I'll top with chocolate ganache type thing and some whipped cream. I'll post pics. I hope so. That sounds amazing.
That's the rule. Picture it didn't happen.
Marie said, making some butter chicken. Oh, I love butter chicken.
I've never had that.
Diced chicken thigh and jarred butter chicken sauce from Costco. It's fairly clean, so I'm okay with it. Oh, I did not know Costco had that. That sounds so good, Marie. I can't wait. Please share pictures. Just Jason Keto and Moore said, when I brought the ones home that I gave away on my live stream, I got quite a look from the better half. I'm sure. She was just like,
a lot of side
really?
eye, huh?
Really?
I gave you your drink, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Johnny said, sorry, Charlie. Only good tasting tuna gets to be star-kissed. Right? Sharon said, switching to iPad and starting my evening treadmill. Way to go. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. Just Jason Keto Moore said, talking about the Dash Mini reminds me that I need to figure out a chaffle recipe for this week. Ooh.
How do I tackle this?
I don't know.
It's a gargantuan. Is it going to hurt you? You need the spatula to get under it?
No, look, I use my hands. Look at this, y'all. Look at how thick this is. Let's see how we can do it. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-mm. Wow.
I'm going to deconstruct mine a little bit, just make it a little easier. I'm dainty, remember?
Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
We want it, not
Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay.
No, one more.
Wow.
Oh, that's really good with that onion in it.
It is good, y'all.
We didn't do that last time.
Mary T said, my daughter lived in London for a year, and I regularly sent her albacore tuna and her care packages from home. So much she couldn't get there. Oh, wow. Radical Geek said, just thinking, if you don't like tuna, you could steam, cook, and then flake any white fish to substitute. Oh, that's very true. Shauna said, nope, not off. Is it a holiday? Apparently it is. I forget. Is it President's Day? I think Monday's President's Day. Mary T said, it's called Family Day here on Monday, but I'm one of those who doesn't work Mondays. And then Just Jason said, don't have to work Monday, but the grandkids will be here, so it'll be a long day. Well, that sounds fun.
I'm still messing with my head. You don't look like a grandfather.
I know, right? You're like our age, Jason.
You look so young. I'm not just him, several of you are.
Oh.
We could have gotten by, honestly, with one can and split between the two of us. This is a gargantuan melt.
I like it.
I do too.
We have this jalapeno. Carrie said he'll be going into work about 9:30 Friday nights now to work till 4 a.m. Saturday, go home, and that works for when I have the food distribution at church. Other than that, I can't wait to get a real job. I can't wait for you to either. Barely Begun said, actually, these days, I mostly use canned sardines processed into a tuna consistency to make a tuna salad.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a great way to use sardines up. Patty said, I air fried a whole chicken for dinner. Ooh. Debone the leftover chicken off and the carcass and some chicken feet back in and have both broth pressure cooking right now. Ooh, that sounds so good.
That's awesome.
Toy TQ Cat said, wow, now that's a tuna melt, right? Did we do it upright?
Melt your face.
Marie said, I like a high meat to bread ratio in my sandwiches, even when the bread is chaffles. Yeah. I am the same way. Yeah. Like pre-keto, if we ever went to like a sandwich shop, I always had to order it double meat because I'm like, I gotta have I have to be able to see the meat. And I hate it when you go and order a sandwich and you're like, where's the meat in here?
You turn into that lady in the Wendy's commercial.
Where's the beef?
And I always judge my burgers by how messy they are. Like you only have to eat it out of self-defense.
Right. How many napkins does it take to get through a burger?
This is a hearty sandwich, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, this is good. Now, would the albacore taste better?
I don't know, honestly. After you put all the stuff in it, I don't know if it really matters. And she made these a little fancier than I did on Tuesday. I didn't put any onions in mine.
Or the jalapeno.
Yeah. They're good, though. Are we savages for eating off the tray like this? I mean, this is the way they do it when you go to barbecue joints. They serve it to you on a tray. What's the difference?
That's true. Ooh, that was just char. Keto Simple said, I need to look at the ingredients of what's in a tuna melt and see if I'd like it. It's basically tuna salad topped with cheese.
Right.
That's what makes a tuna melt. Johnny said, ketchup on meatloaf, but never a burger. Exactly. Again, I'm a mustard person. So to me, burgers should always have mustard with it. But a meatloaf, I like the ketchup topping instead of the brown gravy topping. And Tweet TQ Cat says, tonight is my 2nd anniversary since I found the horde.
That's also speaking of anniversaries. Is this what we forgot to tell them?
Well, let me finish. Haven't missed a live and MS Journey or Warden report in 2 years. Go
wow,
me. Thank you so much, Lynn. That is so amazing. Thank you for being part of the horde. You definitely make it such a great place to be. And
yes, speaking of anniversaries, I forgot all about it. Wednesday, coming up, Wednesday, will be my 5-year keto-versity.
Mm-hmm.
She says hers a little earlier because she actually went keto while she was in the hospital there in New Zealand.
Yeah. Let me know who else is like this. I'm the type of person, if I'm going to start something, I'm starting it now. I'm not going to be like, well, I'll start that such and such date. I'm like, nope. I'm committed. I'm doing it right this moment.
Because, so I wasn't really on board even when we were on the way home.
Yeah.
I was still eating whatever.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't until we got actually back to the house that I was really, and even then I was only halfway, really.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until they told me that I was no longer a diabetic that I really was like, okay.
Full on board.
Yeah.
So that's why I always say, if you have a partner or anyone that you're trying to convince to be keto, don't tell them, oh, you have to go full on board keto. Let them make little changes, because that's like, for me, I have to be a full on board person. Like, I can't take little steps, but for some people, like it had to be steps for him. Like, if I had just been like, oh, all or nothing, he would have been like, okay, it's nothing then. So just anybody you're working with, let them do little things, because the little changes add up over time. And that's what happened to Heath. He was making little changes enough to where he was no longer a diabetic within a couple of months. And when he found that out, that's what encouraged him to go full-blown keto.
Because I was still working construction back then, and I was still eating bread, going through the drive-through, eating burgers and tacos and stuff like that. Jack in the Box or Taco Bell and everything. But I'd only eat it at lunch. I never brought it home. We never went together anyways. But then once the doctor told me, because I was taking metformin at the time because I was type 2 diabetic. Once the doctor called me and told me to stop taking it because he said, you're no longer a diabetic. And if you keep taking it, it actually could be harmful to you. I was like, well, wait a minute. If I'm only basically part-time keto, what improvement am I going to get if I'm full-time?
Mm-hmm.
And I had no regrets, honestly.
Exactly.
Because like when it first started happening, I was telling everybody about it, all my friends and family and whatnot. And like, well, what happens? What are you going to do if it comes back? I'm like, well, how is it going to come back when I don't eat sugar anymore?
Right?
My thing is now is when you know better, you do better.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is a sandwich.
This was really good, y'all. Sorry, there's like something scratching me right here. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. Just Jason said, hit that like button, everyone. Thank you for the reminder, Jason. Yes, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel.
The other thing about the subscriptions. Remember we were talking about it earlier. We needed to make an announcement about it. The YouTube subscriber thing.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them about that while I finish my sandwich.
Yeah, please make sure while you're at it, y'all, you should be able to look below and make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because I've been watching other channels where recently YouTube is clearing out. So if you don't regularly attend a live, you don't regularly like and comment on any of our videos, YouTube will unsubscribe you and they'll clear you out. So please just take a moment sure you are subscribed and you've got the bell notifications on. And then that way YouTube knows that, yes, you want to be part of this channel. And then just make sure you're going through and watching our videos and liking and commenting. So YouTube knows you do want to be part of our community.
And not just our channel, that's for any channel you subscribe to. Do that for all of them, please. It really helps them.
Oh, wow. Sharon has been a member for 23 months. She said almost 2 years that y'all hit 1,000 subs. That's amazing. That is so exciting. Thank you so much. And thank you for being part of it, Sharon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Renee said, I used to make meatloaf topped with chili sauce.
Oh, wow.
Like a spicy tomato sauce, but hated when Mom topped with ketchup. Well, because you like the spice, right? Wow. Shada said, y'all, hot, salty, caramel vibes, water with a teaspoon of butter. Ooh, that does sound good.
Something stabbing you?
Yeah, there's something that keeps scratching me, and I don't know what
is it. Your necklace?
I don't know. Well, that sounds really good, Shauna. Matre said, I need a full-sized waffle maker. I let my kid take mine when they moved out 3.5 years ago.
This dash one you saw us use is a full-size one.
Yes.
I think it's amazing.
Add it to your wish list, Matreya.
Yes.
That was really good, y'all. I was really impressed.
I am too. You actually finished before I did.
I know.
Like I said, you had to eat it out of self-defense, though, right?
I ate it because I thought it was good. And then Renee said, I put that one in my coffee with butter, Shauna. Ooh. Lynette said, all right, y'all, it's my bedtime. I'll finish watching this in the morning. So good night, Shelly and Heath, and good morning. Good morning, Lynette. Welcome back. I hope you had a nice rest last night and feel fully refreshed for your Saturday. That's so awesome. Radical Geek said, those look amazing and huge, right? I mean, it's go home, go big or go home, right?
We are home.
Well, that's true. We are. Mary T said, I'll try for that morning one. No promises. That's 6 a.m. here. Yeah, I don't blame you. 50-50 chance I'll be up. I'm a pretty early riser. When it's light, I'm awake. Wow. I'm
you know what, though? There's always a replay.
Right. Exactly. I will tell you, I will probably be rolling out of bed about 7:50. Shauna said, I have some parsnips I need to do something with. Any suggestions?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's like a carrot. You can make tater tots, shred it, and make the tater tots with it, Shauna.
Tater slaw, you mean? The carrot slaw?
Oh, well, that was a ferment.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the tater tots, just shred it up and use it to make tater tots. Carrie said, Shelly, the only time I go on a cruise is when I hit the button on my car and then I go on a cruise. Right? That's true. Rickwood said, could you use them to make faux potatoes? Yeah, see? 20GQ Cat said, uh-oh, I'm also a parsnips virgin. What are they exactly? You've probably seen them in the grocery store. They look like white carrots. They're usually a little bit thicker than a carrot, but it basically looks like a white carrot.
An albino carrot?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Patty said, I must have missed it at the beginning. What all is in a tuna melt? So all we did was make tuna salad. Our tuna salad, we put onions, diced onions, some jalapeno innards, or you could just do the regular jalapenos, and diced pickles or pickle relish, mayo, a little bit of mustard. We used our seafood seasoning, and I added some fresh cracked pepper, mix it all together, let it marry a little bit. A good 30 minutes should suffice. And then you put that on your chaffle, top it with your favorite cheese. When he did it, he used the Easy Melt cheese. Tonight, we used the onion and chive cheese.
I started to, remember? And it didn't work right, so I did the cheddar, sliced cheddar on it.
Oh, he did the sliced cheddar. Sorry.
Because that easy melt doesn't really slice well.
So, whatever cheese you want, put that under the broiler till the cheese is melty good, and that's it. So it's just like a bumped up tuna sandwich. Leave it that way. What you would make for a tuna sandwich is pretty much a tuna melt. You just add cheese. Right? Renee telling Jason that he's the chaffle master.
Right.
Marie said, Lavazza coffee for a big corporation brand. I love, heart, and adore this little so-called black coffee roasting company out of Missoula, Montana. Oh, I didn't know they were out of there. Wow. Well, what's the name of the coffee? Oh, you're saying another coffee, but Lavazza for a big corporate brand. Yeah, that's basically, I felt like if I'm going to buy a grocery store brand, I do like the Lavazza or the Cafe Bustelo, but generally I prefer a small local roaster. So like Heath got me for Valentine's Day, the Drag Up coffee. So I'm excited to try that, but I like, a good local coffee.
It's just funny to me too, though, because that name, I used to hear my stepdad say it all the time. He was an equipment operator. He drove a dozer. Okay. Anytime they put a Jaws, what they called it was dragging up.
Well, it says it's made by oil refinery workers.
Okay, so if that that makes sense. I didn't read the bio on it, and I was like, "Oh, that's the one you want? Okay, cool."
Oh, Patty said, "Speaking of cruises, they are going on the Alaska cruise."
Oh, wow!
How exciting, Patty!
That's awesome.
That's gonna be so much fun. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Marie said KFI brand. Not sure if it's nationwide or regional. Well, I've never heard of that.
That's probably why. You know what I mean?
Right. I assume they have a website, right? Shawnee said, I had 2 kinds of KC baked potato collie top mixed them together today and made like the frozen potato patties like McDonald's has.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Mary T said, those melts are going to be so filling. That just looks delicious. So y'all let us know. Should we whip out our 2-layer tort for dessert? Yes. Or do you think this is enough for us?
I don't know. I am getting rather full.
20TQ Cat said, that's right. Must be the keto lifestyle helping us all looking like teenagers. I mean, I'm saying it must be. I feel like it. Everybody I meet all the time, I just think, wow, y'all are so young.
Well, it was even like Dr. Barish at that time. He went to get his passport renewed, and they didn't believe it was him. They lost so much weight.
Right?
Because how long is your passport good for it needs to be renewed? I don't remember. Isn't it like 10 years or something like that?
Yeah, generally, but mine has to be renewed next year.
Oh, wow.
I know. I think it's 15. Oh.
What?
There you go, dear.
Thank you. I love your trash.
Aw, Jason said, I feel younger every year. Yes, Jason. And you can tell, too. Mary T said, I made a bunch of extra taco bowls tonight. Tuna taco melts in my future? Okay. You need to do that and share pictures. I want to see how that looks. That sounds really good. Just Jason Keto Moore's been a member for 9 months. Thank you, Jason. Great community here for sure.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Oh, that is so good you to say that. I honestly feel like the community is thanks to you. Y'all make the community, right? We're just right. We're just here going live because this is what we love to do, right? This is our joy, but it's really y'all that make the community because y'all come, you show up, you comment, you talk, you support each other. I just think it's so amazing, just the love that's in the community and the help that y'all do for each other, because I've been on other channels' lives, even those outside of keto community. And there's some, like KK has a good community, but I've been on others where they don't really converse back and forth with each other. I mean, you might see one that's like, replying to somebody else's live chat, but generally they don't act like they really are part of a community. And I feel like y'all really do. Y'all like really know each other and really are there for each other. So that's why I feel like anytime, if you're struggling, if you're having a bad day, anything like that, you know what? The community is here. Just reach out, post. That's why we have the Facebook group chat, because you can just get in there and just let it out, right? Just say, hey, I'm struggling today or whatever. And we're all there for you. That's the whole point of it.
Speaking of the Facebook group, honestly, several months ago, her and Renee told me we needed one, and I blew it off and told them both it was unnecessary. Nobody was going to care.
Right.
But then y'all spoke up and said, no, y'all do. Y'all enjoy it. So I just thank you. It humbles me, the fact that y'all even wanted that. I have a problem. I got to go again.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe you need to have a swig of some ferment.
Maybe.
Oh, y'all, I made this carrot slaw ferment, and it's really freaking good. Renee said, when I ate tuna melts, I always had them with a thick slice of homegrown tomato, and I usually had them open faced with cheese topped over the tomato and tuna and broiled to bubbly. That sounds really good. We thought about a tomato, but we just didn't spend the money. Honestly, y'all, when we go grocery shopping, like with me, and it really is like, okay, look, this was the budget. We're already going over the budget because we got some discounts, right? And I'm just like, so you have to choose. Do you want this or do you want that? You have to make a decision. And that's really what it comes down to. Rickwood said, yes, I started keto in January of 2019. Wow, that's awesome. Joe, well, happy Ketoversary. Mary T just celebrated 6 years. It blows my mind how much my life changed in the last 6 years. Meaning you all has been such a blessing. I concur. That is awesome, Mary. You are such a light in the community, and you're so involved. And again, you're just spreading it like your friend that you're trying to help on becoming keto himself. You're there and you're showing those of you that have been keto for a while, it's a good reflection of keto that it is sustainable. Because I feel like that's the main thing you hear from others in the community, or others that maybe aren't even part of the community. They've heard of keto, is that instantly they're like, oh, that's not sustainable. I mean, I'm not going to name names, but we've even seen some one-time keto channels that came out and said it wasn't sustainable. And I just feel like when there's those of us who have been doing it for several years, we're proof that it is sustainable. It's your decision if you want it to be sustainable, but it definitely is. Yeah, like Heath says, you have to want to. So, I mean, it is sad especially when it's a bigger channel and they come out and say, keto's just not sustainable. It's like, but there's so many people I know that it is sustainable. So I always disagree when somebody says that, because I'm like, no, we can point to Mary T. We can point to Rickwood. We can point to so many people that have been doing keto for years. And if you're new to keto, look, like with Heath, he was not perfect keto at the beginning. It's okay if
I was never Dustin.
Huh?
Isn't he perfect keto?
No, he's keto simple.
Oh, my bad.
But with keto, like, he was not perfect in the beginning.
No.
So if you're someone who's like, well, I'm just struggling with keto, I don't know, I'm not perfect.
My French, but I was half-assing it.
Yeah, and you feel like, oh, how am I going to get there? It's okay, because look, he's come a long way. You just make those steps, and over time, it will add up, and you'll get there. But hang in there. It is sustainable. It is possible. It just takes time, and you just keep pushing yourself. Everybody has their own way. Like, I'm more of a perfectionist anyways, and I'm more of a all or nothing. So when I did keto, I went in full blast, but that's my type of personality. I'm like a type A personality where I have to go in it like perfectionist. But Heath is not like that. He's just like, oh, I hate change. Yeah. And he had to do it in steps.
It's not that I fear change.
Right. So you could get there no matter what your approach is. You'll get there. Just don't look at it as a long, like, oh, I'm not there yet. Just take it day by day. You will get there. And did we think 5 years ago that we would be here? Oh, no. I was just like, okay, well, we're going to try this because I'm always skeptical. I'm like, we're going to try it and just see if it works. Is it going to reverse our diabetes? Let's just see. And then did that. We were like, okay, there is something to this.
What really convinced you is it started to happen for you while you were in the hospital.
Yeah. That's when I knew within 8 days, I was like, okay, yeah, this is working. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And yeah, that totally works. So yeah, you have to figure out what your approach method is and don't feel like you need to compare yourself to others, right? That's just the worst thing ever. Don't compare to us either, right? You know your type of personality and you just work what works with you, what jives with you. And that's how you'll get there and be successful. Rickwood said, it is amazing how much this is a normal lifestyle nowadays. Yes. Exactly.
That's what I like saying too. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Just Jason Keto and more said, the games YouTube likes to play are so much fun. I am saying. Tweety Cat said, if YouTube ever even tries to unsubscribe me from this channel, we're going to have a problem.
Aww.
I know they're scared, right? Right. They're like, Lynn, Lynn put out the message here. Okay, we better back off what we're doing, y'all. Island Bunny, holiday. Welcome back, Zenobia. Yes. She said, I have a lot of cruise questions still. I'll email you guys. Yeah, go right ahead.
Is she going on the
Alaska?
That's awesome.
I hope you have fun. Said Shelly got to eat hot food tonight. Congratulations, right? It was a nice surprise. Carrie said the tuna melts look wonderful. Well, thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Radical Geek said just slice the parsnip up and roast it. Ooh, yeah, that's true. Just Jason Keto and more said, okay, now I know what chaffle I'm going to make tomorrow. Just remember the winter spice you sent me over Christmas. Thank you, by the way. Ooh, I'm excited, Jason.
That's one of my biggest regrets about not going to KPL this year. We didn't get to meet him or Dustin.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna finish eating these.
Well, yeah, go right ahead. Marie said, it is what you get when a grilled cheese sandwich and a tuna sandwich have a baby. I love that. That's the perfect synopsis. Wow. Perfect. And Mary T said, I'm not going on the Alaska cruise, but I'm going to drive to Seattle and crash the pre-cruise party. Well, I heard they're not actually doing a pre-cruise party.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a meet and hang out type of deal. So, which I think, I guess I should say pre-cruise dinner party, right? They're not doing that, but that'll be fun. Yeah. Why not just drive to Seattle and hang out with everyone? That'd be fun if we could just fly up there. I love Seattle.
Yeah, I have vacation now.
Okay, it still costs money, but I do love Seattle. Like we enjoyed, and my stepfather that my mother's married to now actually lived in Seattle for several decades. So it is a fun place to go to.
I know it's a change of subject, but I love their story.
Yeah, they were cute. Tweety Cute Cat said, get the dessert out. Yes. Okay. Sharon said, 30-minute treadmill done. Woo, woo. Now for some salty. Ooh, what flavor, Sharon? Mary T said, I love saying out loud, I have a 22-year-old granddaughter. No. And seeing people's faces. I definitely look younger now than when she was born.
Wow, that's awesome.
22? No. See, when you talk about your daughters, I thought they were in their 20s. Right. That makes more sense. Not a granddaughter. Island Buddy said, big hugs to you. Zenobia, you're skipping the KetoCon this year because of the Alaska cruise, right? Sharon said, woohoo, next KC order is arriving tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Thanks for your link. Well, thank you for using our link. Thank y'all so much. We really appreciate when you use our link. It really does help the channel. Mary T said, laugh out loud. I'm usually cooking supper during the horde and ear hustling. Hubby has been enjoying you so much. He says he's horde adjacent. Well, welcome to the horde.
That's awesome. Who's this again?
Mary T's husband. Awesome. That's so cute. I love that. Keto in the Mist said, howdy, y'all. Driving home from work, listening in. Well, hey, welcome back. How are you doing? How's everybody's week going? Rickwood said, Shelly, question. Ooh, I love this. What are you doing with your extra milk kefir grains? My guys have tripled in less than a month. I started doing 2 batches. So I actually have 2 batches, and I've slowed them down because I do them in the fridge. So it takes them about 3 to 4 days. And then actually what I did with extra grains, I have given some to the dogs because that's good for them, right? So I would give them like a teaspoon each. And then I used some, I just would put in my kefir that I'm going to drink. I would just add like a teaspoon of that in there. And then that way I would end up basically eating and drinking it. So I just use it. I mean, I love the cake. But once you clean up.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear all this out and I'll go get it. Okay. I'm going to have room.
Well, yeah. But that's what I've basically been doing with them. I just use them like that. The dogs freaking love it. Like when I give them, they love the kefir whey because, you know, I make kefir cheese and I'll give them some of the whey. They like, oh my gosh, when they see me, when I'm going to pour the whey and add it to their water, they are both lined up freaking ready. They're like, oh my gosh. And they'll just drink the whole thing right then. When I've given them the grains, they gobbled that up. Like they freaking love that. Barely. I've struggled with keto a lot, but every day that I stick to it, even every isolated choice, keto makes a better me in the long run. Exactly, Coda. You don't have to be perfect. And you don't have to feel like every day you have to be perfectly keto. You try to do the best choices that you can on a daily basis. To me, especially when you're first starting, take one day at a time. But you know what? Here's the most important thing I would suggest. When you're starting keto, acknowledge at the end of the day, don't focus on the negatives, focus on the positive choices you made that day that helped you in your keto lifestyle. Don't focus on what didn't happen. Focus on what you did successfully that day. So really, and make mental note of that every day before you go to sleep. Like say, you know what? I did good today. I didn't have a regular soda. Or I did really good today. I chose to have a keto meal at lunch. Just think of the positive keto steps you did throughout the day and acknowledge that with yourself every night. Always look for the positive things you do in your life and don't worry about or focus on any of the negative. The negatives, oh well, let it go. Focus on what you do right. Just Jason Keto said, and don't let perfection get in the way of progress. Exactly. Mary T said, I don't even call it a lifestyle. No, I like a regular knife. It's just the normal way I eat. To be honest, I think it's more about what we don't eat than what we do. Exactly. It's more of, okay, this is, how is the blue knife ready? Focus on, what it is that you do enjoy eating. Grazie. All right, y'all.
Do you still want that other one to serve it with?
Oh, I guess. Look, this is almost half gone, y'all.
That's why, you know what that means, right? You gotta make another one.
Oh, Lord.
I told you, baby, you don't have to call me that.
That's not what you said last night. Okay. So here's this tort, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Let me put this out here a little bit. Doesn't that look amazing? It's so good.
You know what'd be better though?
Huh?
You do a chocolate drizzle again. Oh, I know what you want.
Well, if you do, then you have to heat up some lilies.
No.
Okay. Coda said, yes, I know life is much better, and I've maintained 80 pounds down. Then we need a spoon, and we need spoons for eating it too. Which is a sign of the better health plan. Exactly. That's amazing. Coda, 80 pounds. That's awesome. Ray can cook. Hey, Randy said good evening. Hi from Salem, Oregon. Welcome, Randy. How are you doing? Oh, did you want me to choose one?
Yeah.
Welcome. How are you doing? 22Q Cat said, are Samson and Delilah still headbutting and beating up all the evil bitches? Oh my gosh. If you all watch the Word Report, you know what she's talking about. But
if you didn't, what's up?
But yes, they are still getting those evil ninjas. Oh, there we go. The bottom layer.
Do you even need that other thing then?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot. Ooh. Now, when I posted the pictures and did this for Valentine's, I did melt some Lily's chocolates.
Is that good?
Yeah. And put that over here to make it all fancy. But, you know, since then, we're just like, nah, this is good.
Oh, you're scaring me.
I live life on the edge.
Don't decorate the cake with your blood. Please.
He's so funny. He gets so nervous.
Well, I know I'm accident prone.
What can I say? A little knife.
So you like a little knife play, huh?
I wasn't going to say that.
You sure were thinking it. I know Renee was.
So look, we still got some more left. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, just fold it up. This looks so good, y'all. And then what Heath got out was our spicy strawberry preserves. This is with some of the habanero and strawberry jam. Is that good, or you want some more?
A little more. Just see the spot right there doesn't have any on it.
Well, because that's supposed to cover the whole thing.
Yes, it is. Who learned you how to do that?
Who learned me?
I speak
There you go.
Good English.
But yeah, Samson and Delilah are definitely there to protect me. In fact, in the morning, because Heath always shuts the bedroom door, because otherwise Sam would jump in the bed with me.
You want this still?
Well, I had some stuff on it. But he would, he waits by the door, the bedroom door, every morning. Oh, I'm just going to use my spoon.
Well, you can use both.
Oh, yeah. And he waits by the bedroom door, and sometimes he'll whimper because he's like, I got to be there. I got to be there with Mom and protect her. So good. Rickwood said, my dog Basil absolutely loves the milk kefir. Candy won't touch it. She'll only eat yogurt. That is interesting. Oh. Wow. They're so cute. Randy said ribeye and bacon. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So I'm hanging in here. We'll be glad when this is over. One day at a time. Well, I hope it's over soon for you. Joy TQ Cat said, yep, keto is so hard to do. Just look at that wonderful dessert, right? Like we were saying, not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I will pat a little bit. I was like, this is better than any dessert we could get at any restaurant. Mm-hmm. It's just out of this world good, right? It's just so good. And yeah, like, why would I want like a regular dessert when this tastes amazing?
Like whenever you made us dinner for Valentine's Day, we figured it up.
Yeah, we figured for Valentine's Day that I altogether for Valentine's dinner spent about $40 for both of us total for everything.
And that was surf and turf.
Yeah, and that was a 4-course dinner with the dessert. And we said like $40 total. And when we were looking at going out to eat, it was anywhere from $79 per person up to $185 for a couple.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just, and that wasn't even 4 courses. And, like we couldn't have even had their dessert. Like some of them, the dessert for $185 was chocolate dipped strawberries.
And then a lot of those places, it would have been even more because some of them only have valet parking.
Right. And then plus they would have upgrades like, oh, it's $185. But if you want filet mignon, that's an extra $10. Or if you want a nice upgraded salad, side, then it's X amount. And then it would be soup or salad. It was just.
And you almost always want a coffee at the end of the dinner too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another $10 probably.
Coffee's not that expensive. But yeah, it would have been so much more. And yeah, $40 total. And we had leftovers we each had for lunch the next day.
And we actually got 3 meals off it then. Because remember the steaks were a 4-pack.
Yeah, well, I only configured the price for the half.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
But I did save part of my steak and mix it into my soup for leftovers.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Randy said, that looks really good. Thanks, Randy. Carrie said, that is funny. And they said Renee was thinking it. Oh. Island Bunny said, no, hack your health for me. Been there, done that. Bought 3 t-shirts. Right? Radical Geek said, Dyson won't eat yogurt or kefir or cottage cheese. Well, what kind of vacuum is he?
His name's Elmo.
He will eat sour cream if it's on beef that falls on the floor. Wow, he's a little picky, isn't he? I can tell you, Sam will eat anything. He even tried to eat my thumb the other day because I guess they're from cooking or whatever. He must have smelled something. And I was just, like bumping his nose, and he kept doing his usual where he opens his whole mouth and he's like, he doesn't bite hard. He just puts his whole mouth on my thumb, and then he would lick it, and then he's like, well, that's you. That's not food.
Aww.
But then he would smell it, take it out of his mouth, and he'd smell it, and he'd be like, well, I think I smell something. And then he'd lick it again, and he's like, wait, but that's you. He was so confused. But he anything. So, like, anytime I've gotten vegetables, if there's like a little bit, I'll give it to him, and he'll eat it. Delilah, though, she will be picky, and she'll be like, sniff it, and then she'll be like, I don't know, and she might, like, she's very delicate. She's like, and then she'll be like, and she'll drop it. But then if Sam's nearby, she's like, oh, well, I can't have him eat it. So most of the time, when she eats something, it's because she doesn't want Sam to have it. Not because she wants it. She doesn't want him to have it.
I love the way he is with his ice, though. He eating ice chips?
Yes. Yeah, they love ice. Now, she'll take it and she will eat every bit of the ice, but Sam is a messy eater. So the ice chips go everywhere. And once it's on the floor, he's just like, I don't know what to do with that. And so she'll come up behind and eat all of the chips that he just sprayed everywhere. He's so messy with it. That is so good.
Yes.
22Q Cat said, Sam is your Siamese twin. He'd be attached to you if he could be. Too cute. I'm saying. He is. He has to follow me everywhere. In fact, if I get up and I go to the restroom and he's not with me, I'm like, oh, is he okay?
Right.
Every once in a while.
He'll usually run in front of her too, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, he has to go in front, make sure there's no niches in there. Yeah, he is. I mean, Delilah's always been very attached to me, but him, oh my goodness. And he actually does get sad on Friday nights because I'm not on the couch with him.
Mm-hmm.
So after the live, he gets so excited and he like comes up and he's all licking all over my face because he's like, oh, I missed you so much. How dare you? I didn't get to be by you all evening.
A lot of times I'll have to help her when she goes to leave so I can distract him so she can run out. Well, you have to go into the garage first.
Uh-huh.
And then open the door and leave. We can't just open the door and walk out. We have to make sure the garage door is down so he doesn't bolt on us.
Right. Yeah, because he's just like, oh, you can't leave me. He might have a little bit of a separation issue.
Right. Well, I mean, he was abandoned at the shelter thing.
Mm-hmm. Radical Geek said he likes cheese. We give him his arthritis and allergy meds and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh out loud. That's so cute. That's good that he doesn't try to just like spit out the rest and just eat the cheese.
Right. That's the way
Zoe was.
Yeah.
Zoe's like, oh no, I know how to get around this.
They never got to meet Zoe.
Oh.
She was amazing.
Radical Geek said, yes, hope you recover quickly from being ill, right?
Oh man, I'm so full.
Mm-hmm. Shauna said, sorry, been a long week. I work in a little less than 3 hours and I dozed off.
No, you're fine.
You're fine, Shauna. Get you some rest. I don't blame you. Heath was ready to take a nap when we got home.
Actually, before we even left.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Randy said, our dog Riley always wants what I'm eating, right? Yeah. That's how same is with Heath. Yes. Now, I don't generally feed the dogs from my plate, but tell them what you do.
Soon after I finish eating, I put the plate on the floor and slide it over to him because Delilah runs him off and then finishes off the plate.
Mm-hmm. But the whole time Heath is eating, Sam has his eyes fixed on Heath. Like, okay, when are you going to be done? When are you going to be done? He'll even like pace around him, watch him like, okay, are you done? Are you done? Are you done?
Because a lot of times I'll try and use the same plate for breakfast and lunch. And then he just gets so sad when I don't give it to him. In fact, there's been a lot of times where he's been in her office with the door closed. And she has to end up opening the door to let him out because he's just going crazy. He goes, I know he's in there. I know he's in there.
Yeah, because he'll know when he's got food and he'll be right at my office door, like with his head trying to go under the door like, oh, I know he has it.
Who has who trained?
Mm-hmm. Radical Geek said, I'm excited for the Dayton, Ohio meetup on the 24th.
I'm excited for y'all.
Yeah, that'll be so much fun. Mary G said, my little lucky penny is always on me. If not her body, then her eyes.
Right.
She's my girl. Even though she's crazy as a loon, never had such a crazy dog. Oh, that's so sweet.
That's what I love about these animals when we get to learn their personalities and everything.
Yes. Sharon said, oh my, just looked outside. There's almost 3 inches of snow.
Ouch, that's scary.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't get anywhere near that when it snowed here, and look what it did to us.
Right? Melissa said, that's our dogs. KO loves everything, but Malika is picky. She will take his treats, toys, and food, even if she doesn't want it, just so he knows she's in charge. Right. Yes, that is Delilah. And Sam, is so, he cowers to her.
Yes.
So quickly. If she just even looks, if he's eating something from Heath's plate, and now I have to give Delilah mine. And if she looks over in the direction where Sam is, he backs away immediately. She don't even have to come over there and tell him. He's just like, oh, never mind. She wants it. They're so funny. Renee said, Jolly is smart with his lupus meds, and I have to switch cheese flavors or sometimes a little piece of meat to get his meds down in his food.
Yeah, because don't you have to actually put it down his throat?
Wow.
No, I mean, seriously, remember?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't just give it to him. She had to actually, like, feed it to him.
Right. That's so funny. He's just like, no, I don't really want that medicine.
And, like, speaking of the dogs being crazy like that, their beds is on the same side. They're on Shelly's side of the room, right? I literally have to escort him to bed because he gets terrified of walking past her bed.
Yeah, because one time she like growled at him when he walked past because her bed is first and then his is closest to me. And one time she like growled at him because I think she was just like, I don't want you over here. So now he's just scared. Even though she'll be sound asleep snoring, he'll just be there like, oh, I don't know. And so Heath has to be like, it's okay. And then he'll be like, okay.
And then we have two entrances going into our kitchen here. And he goes the long way around to come in here, no matter where she's at.
Yeah.
Even if she's in the office or in our bedroom, he'll still go the long way around.
I think part of that, though, is he has so much energy. Mm-hmm. That's his way of getting in his steps. He's like, oh, I'll just go the long way. Melissa said, we've been blending up beef and broth because she can't eat hard food and slipping her medicine in it. We have to give KO a bowl, no meds, because she won't eat until she sees him eating. Aww. Sharon said, next Wednesday, it's going to be 2 for hot. Or it's going to be 2 for a high wacky weather. Oh, wow. That's good. Renee said, no, I don't shove it down his throat. I've always put it in something in his food.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought I saw you doing that last time you were here. My bad.
Wow. Sharon said that was a high of 60. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. That is something to go from snow to a high of 60. Jeez.
That's why I say like the weather's bipolar.
Renee said he takes 3 pills in the morning and evening. Oh, wow. Goodness. Yeah, that is a lot. Marie said, broiled some mozzarella on my butter chicken. Oh, so good. There are few places around me that do butter chicken pizza. Ooh. That is delish. I don't need no crust though. Right, because the butter chicken, that's phenomenal just by itself. But yeah, with the broiled mozzarella, oh my gosh, that sounds good. Randy said, for our dog Riley, he's only 9 pounds soaking wet. Oh my gosh, that's so
what
cute.
What kind of dog is it?
I put his pill in peanut butter, then put it on the top of his mouth. Oh, that's smart, because then he has to.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Melissa said, KO is the same way. He's woken us up whining because he's afraid to go past. Am I saying it right? Malaka? Well, it ends in an A. Oh my gosh. Isn't that funny? They're just so cute.
What I love about Sam too, though, when I do go to send him to his bed, he walks through the bed. He walks into the bed, turn around, and then comes back and sits down. You know what I mean?
I think it's just because he's got so much energy. He's just like, oh, I got to do extra moves here.
So just walking over and laying down, and he walks through the bed, turn around, and then comes and sits down.
Yeah. It's got to do the whole
make a production of it.
Yeah, right. Can't just get in there. Where Delilah's just like, well. Yep.
She's like, I'm too old for all this.
Oh, Randy said Riley toy poodle. Why isn't it clicking? There it goes. Oh, toy poodles. That's awesome. So cute. Renee said, no, I can't shove stuff in his throat because that's a secondary sign of lupus is blisters. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So that's also why you can't have rough, chewable treats like a bully stick because he will eat and swallow and it causes bleeding in his throat. Oh my goodness.
I don't know where I got that from then.
Oh, poor baby.
I saw that one
so can he have peanut butter? Like, does the peanut butter trick work? Would that work for Jolly, or you're scared to do that too? Okay, let's see. Maleka. It's a Swahili for angel.
Oh,
Aww.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
Maleka. Aww. I like that. That is sweet. I know dogs are just the cutest. Well, cats are adorable too. That it's just animals in general are just have so much personality.
Mhm.
That's why when somebody's just like, it's just an animal, I'm just like, no, like
No, you're an animal. Sit down and shut up.
Oh goodness. But it just I've always seen just so much personality with them, and everyone is different. So that's why when sometimes I've heard people say it's a dog, it's a cat, I'm like, but they're not, because they all are so different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never had two animals that act the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even my cats. Princess was so totally different than Coco.
Because she loved catnip. Coco didn't care anything about it.
And Coco was very much like a diva. Like she
Mhm.
was like, oh no, I have to sit on certain things and I have to look, like all princessy.
Legal.
Yeah. And
their names were wrong.
They were. And Princess was all like, I don't care. I'm just a hoe. She really was. She was just like, whatever. She'd just lay it out and be like, whatever. They were so cute.
Straight from the trailer park.
I mean, she acted like it. That's why when I brought her home, she was like, no, I'm not going to do this little whole slow introduction thing. Let me out. I'm here. This is the way it is. I was like, okay. Renee said he can have peanut butter. It's smooth, but that's what we started the pills with. Now he won't touch it. He thinks it's medicine. Oh, that sucks.
It's also kind of cool that he's that smart.
Right? He's like, I know what you're trying to pull on me, Mom. I'm smarter than that. Oh, good night. It jumped on me. Good night, Rocky Mountain Girl. Have a good one and a great weekend. Renee said, scared to do that too. With the peanut butter, do I detect a little sarcasm? No, I mean, because I know you're very picky on what they can eat and everything. Melissa said, I'm allergic to cats, but a stray adopted us. Oh, now my fiance is now the crazy cat lady. He feeds a whole group of strays.
Oh, wow.
That's adorable, because that's what happens. Once one stray finds out, they tell everybody else, and then they're all like, hey, this is where we go for food.
Mm-hmm. Phone a friend.
Wow. Oh, goodness. Mary T said, my cat won't sit with me or sleep with me, but she is in the same room almost all of the time. And she keeps our mole population way down. Oh, nice. I didn't know cats went after moles. She knows why we hired her. A smart cat. See, Coco was like that. She didn't want to be a lap cat. She was like, I'll sit beside you, but I don't want to sit on you. And then she would decide, like when it was enough petting. She'd be like, okay, that's enough. You're messing up my hair.
Uh-huh.
And then she, like, if there was a rat or anything, no, or even a bug, she'd be like, maybe I'll play with it. But mostly she was like, hands off. Where Princess was like she'd caught some mice. And then Princess was very much, I will lay in your lap all day, every day. And don't stop petting me.
She was kind of rude about it too, though. If you weren't petting her, remember, she would claw your knees.
Yeah, she would. Like if I stopped and I was like, okay, look, I'm done. Right? I need me time. She'd be like, I said pet.
That's why I've always said, dogs have owners, cats have staff.
Yes. And my job was to pet and serve her. Uh-huh. Mary T said, my friend tells me no wonder my cat is standoffish with a name like Tallulah. Wow. Well, but I think also sometimes when they are kind of like you get them with the intention to be a hunter, I think they're just used to being that independent, that they're not so needy, right? Because they're like, hey, I'm here, but mostly I'm going to go hunt. Yeah, that's my job. Right? So is there anything else you wanted to talk about? It's already 8:30, y'all.
Wow. You're just trying to find a way to go to bed early.
L Straight said, hello, how was dinner? How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, Lisa, I'm glad you made it back. Well, tell her about dinner.
It was amazing. That sandwich was huge. Like, I probably said it too many times. I really feel like I had to eat it out of self-defense. But I ended up wearing it.
Which was better, tonight's or the one that you had the other day?
Tonight's. But I feel like the other night when I did it, we cut it in half. I was thinking tonight it would have been too difficult to try and do that.
Right. Yeah, it turned out, I thought, it looked way better tonight. Yeah. I think one of the things is the other night there was too much liquid. So I don't know if we put too much mayo or if it wasn't drained enough, but I really drained these tonight. The tuna itself. And it didn't overdo the mayo. I started low, and then, we actually didn't need to add any more. It was perfect.
We really need to figure out what we're going to make next week.
Yeah.
So we start playing on that, so I do the picture and a little video for that too.
Oh, goodness. Lisa said the preview looked amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And Mary T said, have a good night, all.
Good night.
I'll go to bed early and shoot for that 6 a.m. live. Oh goodness,
wow.
Mary. Thank you. Good night.
You.
Good night, Mary.
Good
Sleep
night.
well. Marie said, put my chicken pics in the group. Oh, I can't wait to see you. That sounds so good. That'll be awesome. Yeah, if anybody's late to the live tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central, I will be live on Keto Simple's channel. He's going to interview me. And then at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night, Heath will be on Keto Simple's for an interview. So I hope we get to see many of you there. Yes. And we'll see, how this goes. I'm kind of nervous. Are you nervous?
Oh, very. Because I don't know what he's going to ask me.
Well, I don't know. Probably going to ask what you do with knives.
Oh, wait, this is the scabbard.
But yeah, we'll see. I am nervous.
To it, though.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm still nervous.
Why? You're amazing.
Carrie said, I'm going to go out the door for work. Hope everyone has a great and cheesy night. Well, have a good night, Carrie. Enjoy.
Night. Be good.
Renee said, Shelly won't be awake yet for that live. I know. It's going to be so hard.
I'll help you get up.
Yeah, he'll help me get up. But still, getting up, because you'll probably start at 7:30 or something ridiculous to wake me up, and that'll just kind of annoy me.
What time do you want me to wake you up?
7:45?
Okay.
That should be plenty of time, right? I don't know.
Face on for the camera?
Right. Good night, Randy. Thanks for stopping by. Said, gotta run. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend.
So I'm trying to use the bathroom again.
Well, go take a swig of one of the.
Let me use the bathroom first. I don't want to fill up and pick myself.
But yeah, so I have to be at 8 a.m. Central. That's me. I'm going to be the first one to be interviewed, Renee. In that, how did this happen? How did Heath get to be the nighttime where he's going to be falling asleep on that live and I'm going to be hardly awake on mine? Like, we should have flipped. So we'll just see how this goes, y'all. Tweety Q Cat said, don't be nervous. You two are pros at this stuff. I don't know. I don't know about being pro at being interviewed. I don't feel like I interview well. I don't know. Yeah, it's just, we'll just see. Shauna said, Heath better have coffee started early. He is, but I try really hard to wait 90 minutes before I have my first cup of coffee. So that means I wouldn't be having it on the live. But it's just getting up that early. That's what's, I mean, I do it for work. I go to work Monday through Friday. I have to start work at 8, and usually I get signed into my computer about 7:57. Renee said, seems backward. Yes, it is. guessing it's because Heath will be working. It's both. Well, when he first contacted me last year, because he wants us to be separate, I didn't know that I had a choice. I thought I just had to be Saturday morning. I didn't know he was flexible because he's done other people at different times. I was like, oh, I guess. And so I agreed to this. And then just this week, he was talking to him and he was like, oh, if we could go earlier, we could do both of us. And Dustin's like, no, I want you to be separate. So he was like, well, he was originally, I think, going to do like on a Sunday afternoon. And then finally y'all got to talking and agreed to do it Saturday evening after he gets off work. So, yeah, it is backwards.
Well, because we also have to do it on his schedule too, though.
Well, yeah. 20TQ Cat said, I guess it's not fair. You have to be on camera in the morning. The rest of us could just be slugs in our PJs if we want. I honestly, Lynn, I would probably be a slug as well. So don't expect a whole thing here. I probably won't have makeup on. My hair will probably be a mess.
You gonna borrow my hat?
Who knows? I'm gonna try to make a good impression, but no promises, right? I probably just I guess I'll get something closed. I mean, obviously I will be clothed, but
you show up in your bathrobe.
But because afterwards I do need to go grocery shopping, so I'll be semi-dressed for that. It might just be from the waist up.
For the grocery store?
Yes, Heath.
Like, what grocery store are you going to? People at Walmart? What is this?
Yes. Go in just to top on to the grocery store. I'm sure they'll be okay with that.
You're picking it, huh?
I'm taking one from you. Illustration said, you both have very interesting journeys. Aww. Oh, thank you for saying that. That's nice. I don't know. I'm just still nervous. Shauna said, I'd say it's fair. Just this once, no one gets words out of me till after coffee, right?
You should tell me that at the very beginning.
Right? Patty said, good night. All have a great weekend. Good night, Patty. Good night. Thanks for joining us. Lynn said, clothed? Are you sure you have been known to shrink around in your backyard?
See, that's what happens when you overshare.
Right. I mean,
that's when we need to take a poll. What do y'all not know about us?
They probably don't want to know what they don't know. They're probably like, oh, I mean, look at what they do share. What are they not telling us? Right? But no, I mean, because it's going to be on YouTube, obviously I have to be clothed for it, or, YouTube will flag it and probably immediately shut down the live. Like, they just don't allow that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I'll throw something on. And again, it might just be from the waist up, but I'll throw something on. I'm going to do it right here.
When he asked me for a picture, I shouldn't have seen that one I used to send. Remember I sent you that I need to post it in the group later. Everybody else, go look. I'll post it in the group. I'll post it in the chat. You can. I have to.
The Southern Comfort.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
He would have flipped out by sending that.
Well, yeah.
Here's what I want you to use.
And Southern Comfort would probably flag it for trademark or something. Right. Renee said, what do they not know? Well, I can start with ... Right.
You are in the circle of trust, okay?
Yeah, y'all don't want to kind of, we don't want to go there. Sharon said she's going to set a reminder alarm for 8:55. Well, thank you, Sharon.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Oh, goodness, y'all. 22Q Cat is egging Renee on to tell. She can't type that kind of stuff in the chat.
No.
Barely Begun said, that's called pork and pig at top, but no bottoms.
Yes.
So I very much might be porky pigging it tomorrow.
Surprise!
Right. Hopefully I don't have to get up during the live. But yes, I'm nervous, but I am a little excited.
Are you going to use a tripod or are you going to use this camera?
No, I'll probably just use this one.
Okay.
So it's more on me.
Okay.
So
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Should I leave this set up or go ahead and break it down?
Yeah, break it down. But yeah, so that's what I got planned. We went to Kroger today, which was good. Tomorrow, I still got to go to Aldi and HEB for a couple of things. And, I remember one time, this is how silly I am. I used to laugh at my sister-in-law because she would go to like 2 or 3 different grocery stores because she was like, oh, but I get this here and this here. And I was like, just do it all at one. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember I used to laugh at her for that. And now look at me going to 2 or 3 grocery stores.
That's your agenda every week.
I know, right? So, what an exciting time, though. I think overall had a really good week this week. How about you?
Yeah. It was fast.
Yeah, it really was. It's been going fast. And then, this week, like yesterday, there was hardly, like I finished work and I just tried to keep myself busy throughout the day. But then today at work, like I was done with the new things I do. I was done by 9:30 a.m.
Wow.
That was the earliest I've ever
Quit
finished.
Showing off.
And then I started working on other things, but I was basically done. Like we were all caught up by 11 a.m. There's no other work. We're just sitting there. We're fresh, waiting for work to come in. And then that's why they were like, okay, Shelly, we're going to train you on doing this other like side project. And so she did. And so I got through basically a month's worth of those. And, so and then when my manager was like, oh, that's so great. You're such a team player. So she gave me some bonus points today for that. Just because I don't like being bored at work. And Renee gave a little like, ooh. And then she said, hell, some of it I don't even like revisiting in my own mind yet.
You keep bringing it up.
You bring it up.
You're the one that's visiting it. We forgot about it.
It exists in your mind. Like it's, what do they say? Like when it lives rent free in your mind forever. Just imagine the stuff that all that. And honestly, Renee, that was actually pretty mild compared to some of the things he tells me.
What?
Oh, you don't think so?
No, no. Just stay on topic. They don't need to know.
That is the topic.
We'll change the subject then.
You have to change it.
I'm trying to.
And Twinkie laughed. And Maitreya said, yep, multiple shops, right? Because it, like at Kroger, they're, at least here, the Purnell sausage, they went up to like $12.99. But at HEB, they're still $10.87. So guess what I'm going to get?
Do you still have that coupon too?
No, I've already used them. And then the chorizo is cheapest at HEB. And HEB, well, I had to compare it Aldi. But HEB so far has the cheapest Q-tips because he needs his Q-tips. But I'm going to check Aldi and see if Aldi can beat the price. Renee said, I should charge a lot of rent. I mean, you should. You should. That was definitely worth $3.99 a minute.
I done told you. I'm so broke I can't even afford to pay attention.
And then Renee said, oh, how do you know I was speaking specifically about that?
What?
There's more than one? I thought there was just one.
It is. But she keeps dredging it back up because I think she secretly enjoyed it.
Wished.
No, I don't.
TQ Cat said, Heath is relieved we changed the topic. Ha ha, right? We so changed it. At least he's not turning red. But that's funny because he's the one who did it.
Because I didn't know. I thought I was talking to you.
Renee and I are just innocent bystanders in the whole situation. I'm innocent, y'all. Completely.
That's it.
Shauna said, oh, USPS said my HEB melty cheese is delayed they better not have tried it. Well, that's dumb because that's priority shipping. How much longer is it delayed? I thought you would have already got it by now. Didn't we send that Monday?
Yeah.
And it's 5 days? That I'm gonna put in something because that's ridiculous that it's been 5 days. Let me see here.
America.
I was actually listening to Clark Howard, and he was saying something about that the USPS, has delays and different things. And I was like, oh, I've never had any issues. But
so you jinxed us.
Right? Apparently. Is it that one? I don't know if it's that one. It might be mine. Let's see. I'm not a robot. Oh, see, that wasn't it. Okay, let's try this again.
Why do you not have it auto-saved?
I don't know. Why didn't you auto-save it? Oh my gosh. I'm still not a robot. In transit, even what I sent to Michelle is still in transit. Well, that's just dumb. And yours is in transit. And yeah, what? Arriving late, February the 16th. Well, that's today. Priority mail. It said it was supposed to be delivered on the 14th. That is dumb. That is dumb. The 14th, it's already 2 days late. I'm going to complain.
What do you get from that, though, if you complain?
Well, they should refund part of it because that shipping was, pretty expensive. I want to, how do I complain? Because that's just ridiculous. Let's see here. Moving through transit. It says, oh, okay. It started out in Missouri. I'm just tracking another. No. For further assistance. Yeah, because you were supposed to get it by Valentine's. No, I don't want package. Just help me with this. Oh, they're saying severe conditions across the U.S. is delaying things. Delayed mail. Okay. Out for preparing. I know what that is. And what it means. What you could do. That's just ridiculous. I want to look at this because I pay for priority, not for slow ass delivery.
I thought there used to be a motto: no rain, nor hail, nor sleet, or whatever.
Right.
That is holding them down.
All right, priority mail says 1, 2, or 3 business days. Oh, it says not guaranteed. Contact customer service after 5 or more days. Well, it's been 5 days. So I guess I'll have to contact customer service.
Yeah, but what can they do?
Well, they can refund the priority shipping. Right. That's stupid. Sharon said, oh no, I know. 22Q Cat said, is this the oopsie text message? I think that's what she's talking about. Melissa said, we generally do Costco Natural Grocers has the best price for good eggs, Sprouts for specialty items, and Kroger for the rest. Right. Exactly. Lisa said, my gym date just canceled on me, so I'll be there at 8 a.m. Aw, sorry, Lisa. But welcome to the live chat in the morning. Renee said, yes, Natural Groceries definitely has good egg deals. I'll buy there. We don't have any of those close to us. Shauna said, it says in transit to next facility, arriving late. Well, they're really late. Melissa said, on school breaks, work is slow for us, so I brought a book and some cross-stitch so I could read or watch YouTube and sew. Oh, how fun. That's nice. Elstridge said, did Heath and Shelly mail you cheese, Shauna? Yes, we mailed the melty cheese.
From HEB.
The easy melt. What did y'all order? So it's just the easy melt. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, yeah, the cheese. Alas, I'm melty cheeseless. I know.
Hopefully it'll be melted by the time it gets there.
No, not melted. Renee said, yes, the delays have even affected our hospital supplies. I'm still waiting on a splint I ordered through them for a patient that has been discharged for over a week now.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So what do? Once you receive it, you call them and tell them to come get it? I mean, seriously, how does that work?
They're like, I already went to Walmart.
No, I'm serious. I mean, how do you do that?
I guess. That's awful. Yeah, what is I didn't know there was severe weather. I have not followed any of the weather information. I haven't been watching, what's the channel? Ryan Hall, y'all. I haven't been watching him at all. I'm like, you know what? First of all, they give such a sweeping view of the whole country. I'm like, I just want to know what's right here. And so I have not been paying attention. I glance ahead and see, okay, make sure we're not going to get into freezing temps. And then I'm like, okay, we're good. That's all I look for.
Or like yesterday when I showed you, it's supposed to be low of 47 or whatever. And you pan through the whole day, and it never drops below 47 on the list.
Or below 50, right?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Rickwood said all the USPS deliveries have slowed down. What used to take 3 days now takes 7. I've had several priorities take twice as long. Wow, that is so weird. Well, so when I was listening to Clark Howard, let me know if anybody else listens to him. Marie actually recommended, and I really like him. I've really enjoyed listening to him. I love his Clark Stinks episode. It's just so cute to me. But he was saying that there's talks with the Postal Service to switch to only delivering mail 3 days a week.
3?
Yeah, instead of the 6. Break it down to 3. As they said, most people nowadays don't even check their mail every day. I know, like you are like, what? But a lot of people only check their mail like once a week. And especially like some say they don't even get mail at their house anymore. They have a P.O. box and they only go there once a week. And they said, so really it would be more beneficial to the U.S. Postal Service to go, money-wise and everything, to just go to 3 days a week. And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. But I was like, I mean, that would make sense. 90% of what we get is total junk anyways. And I think that's part of it. He went into a long talk about it, but it was like, most people aren't getting their stuff in the mail nowadays because most of my bills are paperless. Like everything's through the email. I don't mail any type of payment through the mail. It's all done online. So it's just very rare to actually get something in the mail that's worthwhile. Like if it was delayed a day, it wouldn't bother me.
Right.
So I would be okay with doing it 3 days a week. I certainly don't need mail delivery every day. Renee said, no, they ordered one through Amazon on their own. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Shauna said, California is so dumb, it shuts down in the rain. And she goes, I have a Temu order late too. Wow.
Well, it's like I say around here, the folks can't drive in the sunshine.
Right? Oh, good night, Sharon. Have a good one. See you tomorrow morning. Mel Smith said, and welcome back, said Australia Post cut down to delivering mail every second day back in 2020. So are they still doing that to this day?
Oh, wow.
That makes sense to me. I feel like in this common era, we don't need paper mail 6 days a week. It just doesn't.
We don't want it anyways. It goes straight to the recycle.
It does. I'm telling 90% of the paper mail is just recycle.
But let's save the trees. Send me this crap.
I know. So it's just like, okay, why are they delivering every day?
That's my thing too. Is do they think it really works?
What?
All the crap they send you.
I don't know.
They're actually spending money on that.
I don't know. I'm sure it works for some people.
Obviously.
Or they wouldn't keep doing it. I mean, I don't know.
It's like the paper version of like an infomercial.
Rickwood said, most of my packages from USPS now only comes on Saturdays. Wow. Renee said, I'm old-fashioned, still prefer paper mail for bills just as an extra reminder, even though I pay online. Okay. Well, yeah, if that works for you, if you need the paper mail.
Well, it's like for our tracking on our shipments, especially our major appliances and stuff, we have a thing where you can text to get updates on your packages. I mean, when your delivery's coming in. And a lot of times, not even with just the older people. A lot of people, like, they sound like they're my age or whatever. Oh, I don't text.
Reminder.
Because what they do is they text they send a text message to this number. It replies back to you, asking for your order number. You pop that in. It replies back, gives you a link you can click on so you can track your package, your delivery. I think that's very handy.
Yeah.
And it'll show you how many steps away they are.
Oh, yeah, I would totally do that. I think my thing is I've always enjoyed technology. Because back when I worked a corporate job, I was constantly telling them we could work from home. This should be a work at home job. This should be a work at home. Work. Yeah. And they were adamant, oh, we could never do that. And I'm just like, okay, can you please get somebody younger in charge? Because they will make it happen.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had the pandemic, and guess what happened? But I've always enjoyed that. And like, as soon as any type of paperless, I was like, oh, good. I don't have to get that stuff. And I have ways so I use my email where I flag things in there as reminders. Plus now I have my budget sheet. So basically every payday, it like, okay, here's the bills that are due. And I go through and I do it as soon as the pay hits. And which is one thing that I've heard several financial channels, they said that you should have all your bills split between 2 pay period. Like basically twice a month, you should pay all your bills. You shouldn't be paying bills throughout the whole month. Only twice a month you pay your bills. So most bills you could call and get the due date changed. So if you're someone who is like paid the 15th and the 30th, have half of those due on the 15th and the other half on the 30th, and you pay them all right then. And I was like, well, that's kind of what we already do. Right. We already do that. But I've always been, I like that. But I'm also the type, I will chat with a person before I'll call. And I love text and online chat. I don't like having to call and speak to someone. I just want to deal with it all online and at my leisure and not have to sit on a phone waiting.
That's why that other meme I used to post all the time. I survived another meeting that could have been an email.
Right. But yeah, I've always liked just doing things digitally.
We have a whole department at our job in my company now. Oh. All they are text, chat.
Yeah. I know. That's just awesome to me. Sean said, I've been thinking about trying Temu. How is that? So here's the thing. I'm just going to be full frontal with Temu. There is debate, right? There's controversy because
what industry is there not though, really?
Right. Items are very cheap, very, very cheap. And so some people have speculated, well, it's so cheap, they must be using bad labor laws to make this stuff. And I haven't looked into it, but several people have said that there's obviously employment issues. Oh, most of it's from China or all of it's from China, that there are some labor issues with that they're obviously underpaying. It's like slave wages, right? And
underage.
Right. Or child labor. Exactly. And then there's speculation that they might be using your data. But honestly, I feel like everything uses your data. If you're online, Facebook, any of that. In fact, Rick, if you're still here, I know it's almost time for you to go. You suggested that Garnera ferment. Well, guess what? I didn't even pull it up on that computer, my office computer, my personal office computer. I didn't pull it up on there. I responded under Heath's name in here. Today, when I looked at YouTube, that video you recommended showed up on a totally different account on YouTube as a recommended video to me. And I'm not subscribed to that channel or anything, but isn't that something? So data's already being sold. So if you're okay with that, some people are like, I don't want anybody having my data. I feel like everybody's got my data anyways. And then some people debate because they're like, well, it's just cheap stuff. Stop buying, like, especially minimalists will stop buying all this cheap stuff. My opinion is everything we have gotten off of Temu, I think has been good quality. Like, yeah, I paid $1 for something. I think it's better than a Dollar Tree quality, right? But I think it depends on what you're going to get. I mean, yeah, I've seen some examples where they have gotten some stuff that obviously was not good quality, right?
It's not Wish.
Right. So, it's kind of, you take a gamble. Hopefully it'll be good quality. But somebody I listened to, she was like, stop buying this cheap stuff. It's going to break on you. I said, well, but I have bought stuff like at Walmart or Target and we'll just say, for example, the strainer that I used to make his cheese. We probably paid $8 for that strainer and it broke. But yet I could get a strainer from Temu for 99 cents and maybe it's not going to be as good as a $40 strainer. But you know what? It'll probably be just as good as the one that I paid $8 for that still broke.
Right.
So so I'm just like, I mean, you can't really say, oh, don't buy it, it's just going to break. I mean, I have bought lots of stuff from stores that have broken long before they should have broken or worn out. So, and if I could pay $1 for something versus $10 and it's going to last me the same, of course I'm going to spend the $1. So that's just my thoughts.
What the item is you're buying.
Exactly.
What your intentions are.
Because the person was showing they bought a whole bunch of stickers and they were all discolored. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I can kind of get that. Buying stickers, like, I'm sure that there are other options that would be better.
Yeah.
Mel Smith said, as far as I know, they're still doing it, but I have a P.O. box now, so that's not affected. Okay, see? Like, just send it all. Renee said, I've ordered lots through Temu and been satisfied and no problems. Yep. Right. Shauna said, honestly, I think my delivery dates is because Southern Cali got hit bad. Oh, well, and I think, so when it comes back to Temu, it's just odd because, like, when I've seen videos where people are, basically bashing it, they'll have tons of commenters that are talking about what trash they got and how it was broken when it arrived and all these horror stories. But then I'll go to other channels or other comments that'll say what great experiences they have. And I know everybody I've talked to here has had good experiences. I think only one person I know said that they had issues, but everybody else has said, no, everything I ordered was actually pleasantly surprised at the quality.
The only thing I'm kind of sad about with them is they don't always carry the stuff I want to buy.
Right. Renee said, mainly just because of recent move in utilities house, internet bills are all new dates compared to my last 6+ years. I also use a paper planner for visual reminder for bills and budgeting. Well, that's good. I know paper planners are really effective for a lot of people to have that because it's a 2-step. When you use paper, you're actually using 2 different things because you're using the kinesology where you're writing and remembering, and then plus the visual cue. So you're using those 2 things that builds that memory better than just one type. So yeah, that works really well. And I agree. When you are doing anything new, like if it's a new house, a new thing, it does take time to get used to it until you get in that flow again, right? Renee said, oh, good to know, Shauna. And then Shauna said, click on order details. Oh, I think she's talking to Renee. Rickwood said, I still get a credit card bill through the mail. I have had the card so long that 2 or 3 banks have taken over each other, so there's no way to set it up online. Oh, that sucks. Wow. Sean said, well, most of the stuff you get from Amazon comes from China. Exactly. Yes. That's why I'm like, when they complain about that and they're like, oh, they're using, child labor and slave labor, blah, blah. I'm like, do you honestly not think the stuff you buy from Walmart or Amazon are not doing the same things? And I feel like, well, I mean, I get some of what they're saying, try to shop local. But, I don't know any small business that makes strainers.
Right. It's all depends on what you're getting.
Right. Like if I'm trying to get a gift for somebody, I do try to shop local, right? Because I want to support somebody who's trying to make a business. Mm-hmm. But if it's an everyday item, like our cake holder, a strainer, silverware, whatever, like, yeah, I'm going to research and get the best value for my buck. Shauna said, on my last 2 orders, I've gotten $7.67 refunded. That's awesome. Marie said, I've seen other things about Temu ripping off artists by copying their designs and art. No credit or compensation being given. I've heard that as well. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I've heard that they'll copy. Like one of the things I saw was Bath and Body Works in 22. They had, it was like a Victorian hand candle holder. Well, you can find those on Temu now. So that to me is a ripoff. Of course, it's not like an artist, but that was a business that had, their own. So yeah, I've heard that they will take stuff, but I've heard also you can find that on Etsy because I've, in some of my Etsy groups or whatever, they've complained about that where an artist has, put their homemade items or handmade items on Etsy. And the next thing there's another shop popping up
knockoff
doing the same things because they're basically have stolen that Etsy person's designs and then they're selling it at a cheaper price. Mm-hmm. So it's all over the place, when it comes to that kind of thing. Like, how, what are you going to do? Shauna said, I don't use the app. I just go to the website. There you go. Renee said, the way I see it, if all places and vendors I buy from could guarantee obeying all laws and such, we'd be a perfect country. Honest companies are too few.
Right.
That's very true. Right. Because, how are you going to know what all it's coming from, especially sometimes on Amazon?
Yes.
I found out recently there's actually because sometimes on Amazon it'll look like, okay, why does this have so many great reviews? There's actually a website. I don't know what it is offhand. You can put in the URL of whatever item and you plug it in this website and they'll actually filter through all of the fake reviews and give you the actual legit overall review score because so many I've had this before. Companies will email and kind of make you give a positive review. Hey, go give us a positive review and we'll give you $1 back or something. And they pay for those basically. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, that's something too. So you can't even trust sometimes the reviews anymore. Rickwood said, you log onto a computer, your data is sold.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. My info was stolen from a government agency, so no one is immune. Exactly. That's why it kind of cracks me up. Like his youngest brother is one of those. He's like, oh, I'm always incognito. Nobody's got my data. And I'm like, okay.
You're the first one they're going to take.
I'm like, you have a cell phone. Mm-hmm. People have your data. There's no way you could just get online, even if you're incognito, and they'll never find out who you are. Like, they're going to have your data because he's like, oh, I'll never be on Facebook because they'll sell my data. I'm like, I promise you, your data's already been out there.
He won't subscribe to our channel because of that.
Yeah, he won't subscribe because he's like, oh, no, I don't go to YouTube, but I don't have a YouTube account. I only go incognito. Renee said, Keto Chow should make a mass takeover of all business and then we'd sure to have quality all around, right? Be well. Okay, welcome. I've heard that Temu is a China-based company. Right. It is. The owners are. Shauna said, I got a bunch of coffee stickers for Temu, and they're all great. Well, there you go. See, the person I watched, she ordered a whole bunch of Simpson stickers. And yeah, they did look funky to me. Like, yeah, the colors were off. Their expressions were a little bit odd. But I was like, but I mean, I don't know. To me, I'm just kind of like, well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. I wasn't surprised, but you can't base 2 or 3 items you buy determines the whole company. To me, it's
Right.
like I feel like you and 22Q Cat and other people who have tried it. I know Lisa, a lot of you who have ordered a lot. You have to have quite a bit to really get an understanding. I mean, we've ordered, I think, 2 or 3 times. Maybe 3 or 4, I don't know. And yeah, I think overall the quality has been decent.
There's a couple of companies that I've ordered tools from.
Yeah.
But I know the quality of certain tools they sell, I don't want to buy. But there's other ones that they sell that are really good. I just have to know what you're doing.
Right. Tweet TQ Cat said, you can always get a refund or credit if you don't like the quality of something from Temu. So I don't, aren't we mispronouncing it? Did they correct the pronunciation on the Super Bowl? So I don't worry about it. Exactly. That's when she was complaining about it. I was like, okay, so just go put in your ticket and get the refund. You're not out the money.
In the internet for people to bitch.
I mean,
that's
probably.
Probably.
Renee said, you either get what you pay for or better for the price. I've been happy with the quality and I expect slower shipping. So I'm usually surprised when it arrives earlier than first estimated.
Yes.
Right. You know, especially when it's coming from overseas. I'm like, well, like I'm not going to order something off of Temu that I need this week. Right. But if it's generally like, oh, okay, that would be something nice to have. And if I can get it for a quarter, okay, well, I'll take a chance on it and see. Right. I mean, I've definitely gotten stuff, again, like at Target or Walmart that I paid more than I thought I should. And guess what? They still didn't last very well.
Right.
Okay. Well, once I get caught up, Shauna said, I forget to look at paper planners. Oh, see, I have multiple things, y'all. I think I'm some people would, who is it? Oh, does anybody read the book or follow Ramit Sethi? I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Like this is one of the things that gets on his nerves is people that over plan, that over budget, that look constantly at their budget. I will admit I am one of those. So I do have a paper planner. He got me a planner for Christmas. And so in the planner though, I actually will make some notes, but I just keep basic information in my planner, my written planner, like things I really want to remember. And then online, I have my budget online because it's just easy for me. I like the budget online. And yeah, I'll look through there. Like today, we overspent at Kroger more than I wanted to. So, hey, I'm going to have to go through and just kind of move some things around to equal it out. But I like doing all of those. So he would probably be very mad and probably like chastise me because you don't need to like over budget, blah, blah, blah. But it makes me feel good. I like it. I'm sure he'd have some more to say about that. Melissa said, Temu is great for holiday stuff, jewelry, kitchen gadgets. I agree. I paid way more for the same quality. I bought some great t-shirts for my fiance. Oh, I didn't think about t-shirts. But yeah, like the holiday decor, because I know Lisa ordered a lot of Halloween decor. They all looked good. And yeah, the kitchen gadgets I've gotten, like the one that we use for the mayo jar to get that's been perfect.
Yeah.
And I think I only paid like $1.25 for it. Like cheaper than if I went to Dollar Tree.
Right.
And that's what I mean. Like if you're going to Dollar Tree, most of that stuff is also from China.
Right. It's just like with Temu, you should get it direct.
Right. Renee said, yes, in college, I was a big loyal user of index cards for study and also listened to it on my tape on my drives for added retention. That's really good. Yeah, I loved index cards too. Lisa said, I've been using a paper planner for appointments and menus lately. I really enjoy it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't put the menus in it, but I do like to use it like for appointment reminders. And then as I'm listening, like, to my different audiobooks, or a YouTube channel, and I'm like, "Ooh, I really like that." I'll jot it down, and then I can always go back and look at it. And Sean said, haha, I tried. But like one I was listening to today, I love his channel, Austin Williams. This is what I liked. His little tidbit really stuck with me. He said, whenever he purchases anything, he thinks, is this going to be the beginning of the purchase, or is this the end of the purchase? So when you buy something, so he, for example, he recently got a dog, which of course is why I was like, oh, it's so cute. And he's like, he realized with the dog, he had to pay $100. He was like, but really, that's the beginning of the purchase, because I will have to continue to buy food, vet bills, medication, and so forth for the life of the dog. So I know it's a beginning purchase. Like, that's such a good way of looking at it, because like when you buy a house, for example, say you paid $400,000 for a house, that's really the beginning purchase, because you're always going to have ongoing maintenance, ongoing replacements, and everything else. So that's the beginning price for something. But I really like that outlook he had, and it's going to make me take a step back whenever we do purchase anything, is considering, okay, is this a purchase beginning, or is this going to be the end of this purchase?
Right.
Shauna said, or $1.25 store, right? Sean said, Jeff Bezos is poetically the one calling Temu out. Oh, really? See, I have no idea. Shauna said, I got one of those fish spatulas like you have on Temu. See, that's awesome. Renee said, I will only order items from Amazon that directly ship from Amazon. I won't order the shipping from other company.
Yes.
Right, that's true. Shauna said, I see one called Fake Spot, a review filter. Oh, maybe that is. That might have been it. Mel said, I started filtering reviews and looking at the 1-star reviews to see if people were just complaining, or of it I saw any recurring issues. Right? That's a good way of doing it too. Yeah. Renee said, Heath, I guarantee more folks than he would know info about him, and likely not anything to do with the web. Right. Exactly. Right. Shauna said, fakespot.com by Mozilla. You can add it to your Chrome. Oh, that's awesome. Sean said, Temu had a Super Bowl commercial, so they don't skip on advertising. Right. That's how they got big last year, is where it really, I think it was last year or the year before, is really where it like exploded, because they did a Super Bowl ad. Tweet TQ Cat said, people pay in restaurants with their credit cards all the time. Yes. That's the easiest thing in the world for an employee to get your CC number. Nothing is 100% safe. Right. Exactly. And Shauna said, yeah, Temu. Renee said, I've been happy with the shoes I got from Temu, and they've held up for several months now. I get tons of compliments, then disbelief when I say Temu. I guess I should try to say it correctly now. See, isn't that funny? I thought
that the year before they were teaching us how to say Temu, and now they're changing it.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. You know what it
is though? They did it on purpose, and now you're talking about it.
Right. But yeah, it's just weird, right? Because I have other Facebook friends. Oh, good night, Rick Wynn. I have other Facebook friends, and some of them will post, hey, I've heard of Temu. Should I order from them? And it's just wild. The comments, like half will be like, no, it's the worst, blah, 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 blah. And then half will be like, oh, I've been really happy with everything. Uh-huh. I think.
Well, isn't that true? Like same thing like
with everything, yeah. Right? Because like we don't really shop at Walmart, just not my thing. But we don't really shop at Target either. We just don't really shop. But I think that's just what it is. And sometimes I don't know. Me, I feel like, and maybe this kind of what you were saying, Sean, they can be very competitive because it is such a cheap item. And, you know, with so many people, especially in America, struggling, why are you going to talk them out of saving money on stuff that instead of them going to Walmart or Amazon or Target and spending triple, quadruple, 10 times the price, they could get it off the Temu and save that money. I don't fault anyone. You know, if you are like, you know what, I only have $10 extra this month, and if it brings you joy that you're like, oh, but look, I go on Temu and I could buy this and this, and that would just make my life, like, it would bring me a little joy. Why would you tell them, oh, you're so wrong for doing that? Because they can't afford that same type of item at a major store.
And a huge markup.
Right. Exactly. And that Rick one said, all right, it's time for bed. Dang, this conversation's very interesting, but I'm sitting here yachting. See y'all tomorrow morning, right?
Everybody's always preaching about, support local. Well, what's more local than my back pocket?
Right? Renee said, my paper planner lives on my kitchen counter, so it's a visual daily. Oh, nice. How nice. L Strange said, I have a dry erase planner on my fridge for kids' appointments. This way the guys can see what's up. Exactly. Yeah, keep them up to date. Like, did you check the planner? 22Q Cat said, I can't complain about the quality of the things I've gotten from Temu. I've saved a ton of money because I've ordered a ton of stuff. Right. I'll continue to order. Exactly. Like, if it's something that you're going to say that, I'm not going to fault anyone. I totally get it. And that's what I told the one person. I like her channel, right? She does like to do some of these different things, but that's what I commented. I said, everything I've gotten, I've been pleased with. I know a lot of people that have, and why, again, get the same item from them or go pay 10 times the price at a big box store and it's going to be the same quality. No, I'd rather save the money if I'm going to purchase it anyway.
I think the consumer needs to take more responsibility when they're doing their shopping. Because I've had several customers call me complaining, upset with us because they bought a gas stove when they have electrical hookup. Like, why would you do that? Well, how is that my fault when you placed the order? It's not an in-store order. It was an online order that you typed everything in. How is that my fault?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and this is what's funny to me.
How do you not know what you in your house?
Right. But our online isn't that smart. Well, this is funny to me too. So now that I have my own HISA through my company, used to I'd see people and I was like, oh, I guess it's just confusing. It is not confusing. Like when I've done transfers, so every payday, I immediately, the first thing is I transfer to the HISA, right? I already have the amount that I put into the savings every paycheck for both Heath and me. And it's real easy on the app. It's like, oh, select here, select there, and you double check it and you hit confirm.
Plug and play, right?
But I've had so many where they complain. Of course, I'm not handling it. I see the back end where they're complaining because they're like, oh no, y'all took money from my account over here and there's no fund. There's not 50 grand in that account. How dare you do that? And I'm like, you chose it. We didn't do it. You chose to do that.
It was all user error on
right.
That.
But they're like, your app messed it up. I was like, no. I've used the app, every week. And no, it's you need to learn how to use the app because it's not that hard. Shauna said, I got so many tank tops for the low carb cruise, right? You did. I remember that. Renee said, oh, you don't have to remind me about my beginning purchase. It's the house that goes on and on my flight. Exactly. Lisa, costume items for the cruise, right? Renee said, I guess it's kind of like Target for Target, right? Shauna said, a lot of the people who don't like it have never ordered from there.
Yes.
Right. And they're, again, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's an elitist thing.
Yes.
That it kind of comes across as elitist, right? Like they're like, oh, well, why are you buying this cheap stuff? Blah, blah, blah. You should go shop off of Amazon or wherever to get your stuff. And I'm like, why are you faulting somebody for saving money?
Which is like when I used to sell paint. We had top shelf, the best paint there is. And the guys the customers are arguing, oh, paint. I said, no, you go in that man's house right now, look in his refrigerator. He has his favorite ketchup.
Right.
Ketchup. But it's just their mindsets. It's just people are just weird.
TQ Cat said that's saying a lot about the quality of Temu shoes because I know Renee is going to be picky about them, right? If they passed her test, they're good. Yeah. Exactly.
There's your parameter, right?
Renee said, I do like Target for some things, especially the little dollar bids at the entry and holiday stuff too. Right. Yeah, I do like, what did they call that again? There's a term for the dollar place there. But yeah.
Bargain bin?
No, they call it something else. I forget what it is.
But speaking of Walmart, I've been seeing a lot of stuff in one of the hot sauce groups. Renee, next time you're in Walmart, they said they have a little bin over there where they have $1 bottles of hot sauce. You want to check it out next time you're in the store.
Oh, wow. Shauna said, I like Target for the ease of drive-up delivery. Laugh aloud. They bring it out to me, right? That would be handy. Renee said, I did add inserts for arch support, but I'm also known to wear different sneakers daily at work, including Vans and Chuck Taylors. My feet never hurt, though, with switching shoes daily. And for working out or run walks, it's always Hoka's. Oh, that's good. Shauna said, plus I love my mindless Temu window shopping. Add to cart, right? It's like your de-stressor. TQ Cat said, most of the shoes I bought from Temu are just for me trying to be cute when I go out. Aw. So I'm not wearing them at all job or anything. So I've never had a problem with any of them. Oh, wow.
It's like
that's awesome.
Jewelry.
Wow, that's cool. Oh, there you go. L Straight said the dollar spot. There you go. That's it. And Renee said, yes, Heath, they have a ton of Melinda's and others. I will send pics later of some I bought to try. Many have sugars or other wonky stuff. So definitely read labels.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
I was intrigued by the dollars. Like, ooh, nice.
But yeah, it is something, right? I have not been on Temu in forever.
Our new segment of Temu Talk.
Yeah, Temu Talk. But I really haven't been on there in forever. But I feel like I haven't really. The only time I shop lately just seems like the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like that's all I'm doing nowadays.
Well, because we even comparison shop versus Amazon. You said several things. You said they've been cheaper to buy it in person in the store than to get off Amazon.
Yes, that is true. I do that.
We've been doing that for a while though too. Because like we used to go to Costco first and compare it and their prices against like the stores.
Yeah. And that's what I still do that with a lot of the stuff. Like he wanted more Q-tips. So he'll tell me, he'll be like, oh, I'm going to need whatever. And so I'm like, well, you need to give me notice because I have to research to see where I can get the best price. So like his Q-tips
and stuff like that, I'm not brand loyal to any of them because they serve this purpose and that's it.
Yeah.
There's very few things like that I'm actually brand loyal to.
So I researched and I'm like, well, so far HEB has the cheapest price on Q-tips. Okay. So, but I'm going to check Aldi tomorrow. When I try to pull up in their app, it didn't show, but I'll see tomorrow. I've already got it saved on HEB. So I'll go to Aldi first and just check there. But that's what I do. Just like Joe V's, has the cheapest tissues. I even was looking for like boxes of tissues where you can buy a bulk.
Yeah, like off-brand Kleenex.
Yeah,
that's fine.
And still, Joe V's was the cheapest because they're 60 cents a box.
Really, the only thing I'm really like brand loyal to is like my power tools.
Really. Yeah. I don't know if I'm brand loyal to really anything. Am I?
What did I think of?
I've never
because like even like with your kefir and stuff like that, you shop around and go back and forth, and especially it depends on the current prices, the whatever deals or coupons you have.
Right. I do like the Kelowna the best, but I haven't tried all of them.
Honestly, I think the only one really a brand loyalty for stuff like that, food wise and stuff, it's the Purnell's.
Yeah, the Purnell's. I mean, I have tried Swaggerty's, but I do like. L Strange said, I got those hot sauces for Maxwell's stocking. Nice. Oh, that's cool. And Shauna said, I went a month or two where I didn't because I had so many random things. The recent stuff were things I was looking for. Oh, nice. Renee said, or Shelly needs body part specific soap. Oh, yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah.
She's laughing at me. Y'all, this is so funny. So so Renee basically gifted us a Sam's membership. She like added us. So thank you, Renee. And I ordered some Irish Spring soap because that's what he likes to use. And it actually was the cheapest. But for some reason in the app, which is so funny because, every couple of weeks I usually order something to be delivered from Sam's. For some reason, it switched to Renee's address.
Totally
so it had
random.
my name. So when I saw my name, I was, I didn't like, I
There's
just
no alerts
totally
because of your name.
overlooked. Yeah, because I saw Shelly Parker and I ordered it, but they delivered it to Renee. And I was like, what the heck? Because I got an alert saying it's been delivered. I was like, nobody showed up at our door. And then that's when I noticed that it was delivered to Renee. I was like, what the heck? And she was like, why are you using that soap, Shelly? Like she was soap shaming me. And I was like, look,
that's elitist.
I know. I have different soaps. And tell me I'm not the only one. I have different soaps for different body parts. So to me, the Irish Spring, right? Your cheap soap, that's like butt soap. He's so embarrassed. But I like to have, the nicer soaps, the bougie soaps is for everything else, right? And sometimes if I'm really bougie, I'll have a different soap even for my face. So that soap only goes on the face. Then I have my body soap and then my butt soap. So I have different soaps and they're sectioned for different things. And she thought that was funny. I thought that was normal. 22Q Cat said, well, you had us on a strict budget last month, Shelly, so I didn't order from Temu in January.
It's all your fault.
I was in withdrawal, huh?
She had Temu restrictions.
I put it on you.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious. Renee said, Shelly, maybe not brand loyal on coffee, but you ain't gonna drink Folgers. Laugh out loud media. That's true. Like, yeah,
she's
that's
not loyal
true.
to some, but she boycotts some.
Right. Like I feel like Lavazza is really the only store brand. Okay. But I also like the HEB brand coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally mass-produced coffees, store-bought coffees. Yeah, I want better coffee than that.
Well, I used to be that way with my sausages. Remember now by the Sam's or whatever? But I used to love only Chapel Hill.
That's true. Renee said, I get ADT camera alerts when someone comes on my property. So I had no idea why I was getting a package and couldn't zoom in from my app to see writing up the thoughts. And you were like, I wondered what was going on. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying.
What can we send her next?
Lids and butt soap? I mean, right? Nobody else does that? Am I the weird one? Like
You're the only weird one that washes your butt.
I feel like those mass-produced soaps, they're just so rough. Like I wouldn't want to put that soap on my face or the rest of my body, but my butt can handle that.
That's why I am my toilet paper. That's why I want specialty toilet paper.
Oh, goodness. Renee said, the only place I have a different soap for is my face, and the body is just liquid, preferably antibacterial because of work. Well, that makes sense for what you're doing. So sometimes I will get like a fancy soap, like facial soap, and then I'll have body soap, but I will have up to 3 different types of soaps. But I do prefer a bar soap. I'm just weird like that. Lisa said, I have a face soap and a body soap. I'll have to start using the guy's soap for my booty. See, it makes a difference. And I think part of it is that I don't want the booty soap. I guess that's a better way of saying it. The booty soap.
The downstairs.
No, because it's not the whole downstairs. I don't want the booty soap to be on the rest of my body,
I'm glad
right?
we're done eating.
I don't want it on the rest of my body, even though it's cleaned up on soap, right? There ain't nothing on the soap, but it just still, the idea kind of bothers me. And it's, I blame me physiology teacher, because when we had the poop talk, he talked about how much bacteria is in just a little cubic centimeter of poop. And so now I've just been extra oh, and so it's his fault.
Before, huh?
Renee said he used to be loyal with his sausage. So what? Now you don't care where you put your sausage? Yeah, he'll just put it anywhere. Renee, did you post that in Salty or the other group?
Yes.
Or was it the
both of them?
Island? Oh,
Both.
You did it in both. I think I only saw it on the Island group. Renee, if you're in the Salty group, go look at Heath's post on what was recommended to him as a group. Brenda asks, "Hey, Brenda," she said, "Well, this is an awkward conversation to join on." So. You just never know.
If you're new here, I'm sorry.
It's after hours, so we talk about all kinds of stuff. Okay. I'm almost caught up. Renee said, "Nah, I washed the booty, but some liquid soap on my squishy. Do you have a booty squishy, or is it just the same squishy?" I guess it doesn't matter. Shauna said, "I like bougie soap for all parts." Well, that's fine. I mean, some people like to take extra care of their booty and everything else. Renee said, "I do have different shampoo conditioners because clarifying, extra keratin, shine, frizz, purple, etc. different days." Oh, wow. When I got my hair cut last week, the girl there recommended, it's called Verb Ghost. Has anybody else heard of that brand? I asked my work sister because she actually went to cosmetology school and still has her license. And she was like, "Well, yeah, that's a good brand." She goes, "But you could probably find it cheaper online and not have to buy it from the store." And I was like, "Oh, that's right. Duh." But I didn't buy it from the store. I mean, the hair cutter was really nice. She wasn't like trying to pressure me. She was just suggesting. So like you're on a cruise. Right. She was just suggesting. She said, "Well, just think about it. See how your hair does over the next week. And then you could always come and get it anytime." I was like, "Oh, that's right." El Strange said, "Same. So many options for my hair." Oh, wow. So see, I'm so like not on my hair, right? Said, "Officially after dark, right?" Right. It is the dark.
A crappy conversation.
TTQ Cat said, "We now officially know TMI after half the horde." Keto Simple, it's officially after dark. Yeah, it's official now. He said, "I'm thinking of doing a Keto Simple after dark during the week in vertical live." What does it mean in vertical live?
I don't know. I'm scared now, though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's official. When you start talking about booty soap. Renee said, "Yeah, definitely buy the higher end shampoos online, or if you have a hairdresser friend that will give you access to use their RDA store locally." Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, I was looking up that Verb.
All about who you know.
Right. I looked at the Verb Ghost, and I did find where I could save a few dollars buying it, somewhere else versus with her. So, yeah, I might do that. I don't know. It's so hard to switch. Brenda, you're funny. No. She said, "Shauna has a bougie booty." Keto Simple said, "Going live in a vertical orientation that shows up in a short shelf." Oh, I didn't know that. That's different. You know how we do the shorts? That's vertical.
Oh, I see.
Renee said, like or Armstrong and McCall. I don't know. I wonder if my work sister would be able to do that, because I know she says she keeps her license up just so she could get her discount. So I don't know. I wonder if she'd share with me. Wow. Keto Simple said, "I've done it twice on Wednesday over the last 2 weeks." Oh, okay. Lisa said, "You should use a red deposit shampoo and condition on your tresses, Shelly." Well, I think that's what Renee got me. Isn't that what it is? And Keto Simple said, "Done." And Renee said, "A beautician supply store." Oh, okay. See, I have no idea. I am just
out of the loop.
Well, I just never put that much into like my hair, my appearance and stuff. I don't know. Just never did any of that. So that's what I sent her. Okay, that's what I thought. It was copper, not red, though. Yeah. She said, best friend ever. I know. So yeah, but I haven't washed my hair since the hairstylist did it last Saturday, but I sure feel like I need it. Like, that's why it's up tonight, because I was like, it needs to be washed. But she said you could go 7 days with this shampoo without washing it. So we're testing that. Keto Simple said it's a way to reach a new audience. Oh, okay. But if it's done in a short format, can you only go for 2 or 3 minutes as a live? And Renee laughed, right? Or smiled. I guess that's a smiley. But yeah, so I know Heath is over here falling asleep.
I've been up since 5 thanks to the dogs.
They're welcome. I slept really well. Like this morning.
That's what they're doing right now. They're resting up.
This morning, I did not want to get out of bed, but I did finally. Yeah, he came in there. Shelly, it's 7:30.
No, I told you it's 7:40.
Oh, 7:40. It's like, yeah. That's how it's going to be, Dustin. I'm going to try my best to be right on time, but I probably won't get out of the bed till 7:45.
Could you put the laptop in the bed with you?
Hey, everyone. I don't know. That seems a little weird.
It's not that kind of channel.
It's not after dark at 8 a.m. Renee said, and Red's coppers last longer if washed and rinsed and cooled, not hot. Yeah, that's what she told me too. I said, look, during the summer, I have no problems. I will shower and wash my hair in cold water in the summer because, it's hell on earth here in Texas at that time. But during the winter, when it's cold out, when it's below 60, I have to have a hot shower, and I can't do my hair in cold water when it is freezing. So that's the only thing. And she's like, right, that's how it is. She goes, I know it's harder when it's cold out to wash your hair in cold water. And I was like, yeah, like that ain't gonna happen in the wintertime. Dustin said both of those lives were about an hour and got 600 views each. Wow. The first one also got 15 subs. I'll be waiting 9 a.m. Eastern. Wow. So do you just talk about whatever? Or, I guess we could talk about it later because I know Heath needs to go. Renee said, that's why this girl only did copper for less than 6 weeks and only once. Well, I mean, I've kept mine for over a decade. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I don't get it. I only get it done twice a year. I should probably do it more often, but I'm cheap and cheap.
I'm cheap and cheap.
I know. That isn't like Ramit Sethi is like, figure out what you enjoy spending your money on, and it's not getting my hair colored all the time. I might try, I guess, really, if I was to pick something, I want to actually go all out, be bougie with my money, it would be traveling. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like if we travel, I want to stay at a nice hotel. Mm-hmm. I want to do the nice stuff. I like to fly first class. That's where I want to do my bouginess. So I cut things like my hair. I can just do it twice a year. That's good enough. Renee said, no matter what color my blonde always works back through. Right. That's me too. It always comes there. Ugh. That blonde, it just don't get away. She goes, so I use the special shampoos to make my color last longer and cut the brassiness. Right. So yeah, my mother always had to do that because I remember she would always have different shampoos and stuff. But I was always like, well, it's just because she's so bougie. So maybe she wasn't being bougie. Maybe she was just taking care of what she got. And I'm just cynical. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's both.
Maybe. All right, y'all. We're going to call it a night.
I'm sorry.
He's having a hard time of it. And we still got to clean up everything.
I got to work tomorrow.
And he has to work. And I have to get up and work.
It's not going to work.
I don't know. I'm nervous, Dustin.
Functional
I'm nervous. All right, y'all. Have a good evening.
Good night.
We love you so much for tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure. Yes. We've had so much fun Good night, y'all. Bye.
Bye.